is Stu. I'd like to welcome you all to the launch of 1650 PWAM, Pro Wrestling and more. Hit the music, Whitey. And hey now, alright. 1650 Pro Wrestling and more. 1650 PWAM Pro Wrestling and more. I'm Joe White. I'm supposed to be joined by the rest of the 1650 crew. I like that name. The 1650 crew. That's a t-shirt. If we ever get to make t-shirts. And tonight we're talking CWF Mid-Atlantic. We're not only going to talk about CWF Mid-Atlantic. There you go. Oh, gotta love that song. So we're talking the main focus of tonight's show. We all watched it. It's fresh in some of our minds compared to others because AC just watched the match at around 7:30 this evening. We're discussing CWF Mid-Atlantic Worldwide. If you have not seen it yet, it is CWF Mid-Atlantic Worldwide. Let me get the episode number here for you. Episode number 102. You get the Cronudo Cup Tournament Finals. It's a tag team tournament that they've been doing here for the last few weeks. And then also on the same match, kicking off episode 102 of CWF Mid-Atlantic Worldwide, Trevor Lee versus Chip Day, in which some are calling match of the year. Now, let me tell you something a little bit about this match here. It's probably my match of the year so far, including everything that's happened this year in Japan, in the United States and Mexico, wherever the case may be. This is my match of the year so far. We are on Twitter. You can reach us at 1650 PWAM. If you want to contact me directly, since I'm producing tonight, get in the YouTube chat room. The YouTube links have been sent out via social media. I'm at Joe Pillar to Post. Facebook.com/From Pillar to Post 1650 as well. I believe Facebook.com/1650 PWAM. If you'd like to send us an email, I have an email account set up for my show. We can use that one tonight. pillartopost1650@yahoo.com. Also, feel free to go into the chat room on YouTube. Where is everyone? I wish I knew. We're supposed to be live tonight. Edwards has signed on. I can see Edwards has signed on. We're waiting for Edwards to call. I believe right now AC is on too. Let's see if we, they're probably, Raw just went off the air, so give them a little bit of time here. Also, we have a Melvin Dassey alert. We got to create a sound effect for the Melvin Dassey alarm, I guess. I guess we could call, we can get a Melvin Dassey alarm. AC wants to share this tonight. Apparently, it's another Melvin Dassey alert. Couple of programming notes for those listening. Couple programming notes here. Tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to have the technical director. He makes all the smoke and mirrors happen for CWF Mid-Atlantic. Yes, an indie fed can do cool effects. Just wait till you see their 80s night that I was at this past Saturday. Wait till that hits YouTube. Oh, talk about going in the Wayback Machine. That's going to be nice. Go back and watch their Christmas episode that they did last December. And see what they did with that. That was, oh man, it was so damn good. Grant Sawyer goes by @StatMark on Twitter. He's going to be joining us tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here live on the 1650 Pro Wrestling and More Network, 1650 PWAM. Also, later on in the show, we have a huge guest announcement. 2 guests in 1 week. I can tell you that this will be broadcasting tentatively Thursday night. How are we looking? Well, I'm ready whenever you are, Jeff. And we are going to have that guest Thursday. I believe at Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have a huge guest. I will say this. This guy's burning up the indies. And we're going to be talking about him tonight. I will say exactly who it is. You could probably put 2 and 2 together, but I will say exactly who it is later on in the show. Again, 1650 PWAM Pro Wrestling and More at 1650 PWAM on Twitter. You can reach us directly on Twitter tonight at 1650 PWAM or at Joe Pillar to Post. Send us an email, pillartopost1650 at yahoo.com. And joining us right now, 1/3 of the other, the yin to all of our yangs, if you will. The man who just got off the set today. Tiring day up there and at the set in Pennsatucky. Had to actually, I heard he almost had to put off this radio show this evening because of violent storms. It's going to push back the shooting schedule, but thankfully we didn't have to do that today. That is Mr. Hollywood, Jeff Edwards. Jeff, what's up tonight?
Bad night, White. Bad night.
Bad night. Bad night.
I was out on the set all night waiting for these storms to pass. They did not pass. Total washout.
So we had to push back a day, man.
Wasted money. Time is money, White, in my business.
That's right. Time is money. Like we used to say in the trucking industry, if the wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning.
That's right.
So, how are, all kidding aside, how are things up in, I kept texting, I wish we wouldn't get copyrighted because I want to play The Lights Went Out in Georgia so bad because the lights almost went out in Pennsatucky tonight. But how are things up there tonight, Jeff?
Around here, okay.
Good.
Yeah, we had 2 rounds of storms. There's another round coming, but it looks like we're in the clear. I'm not sure who got hit what, maybe up north more. There were some tornadic activity in the area.
Tornadic activity. It's a twister.
A twister.
Fucking dumb movie, Twister. Uh-oh.
Running.
We got a run-in tonight. We're talking about Pennsatucky. Further up north from you, we have the other third of our 16... I almost said the other one. 1650 P... Old habits die hard, motherfucker.
Yes, they do.
1650 PWAM, the one, the only, Daddy Cool AC. What's up tonight up in Connecticut, Daddy Cool?
What's up, baby?
What's up, Daddy?
Cool's here. Yes.
Yes.
First 1650 PWAM show, and I'm pumped up for it.
All right. So we're off camera tonight because while my Twitter picture was saved, I was forced to shave my head.
Oh.
I was going to do it anyway. It was a lose-lose situation.
Hey, listen, our hockey season is going down in flames quickly here.
Not ours. We won tonight in Pittsburgh.
We won tonight.
I told you so, motherfucker. I told you so. Didn't I tell you, Jeff?
I wasn't even paying attention to that shit.
Yep, 2-1. I think it was like 3-2 in overtime.
Yes.
Didn't I tell you, Jeff? What did I tell you?
At least you got one.
Here, I can't gloat about it too much. Hey, don't get me wrong. We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to get to CWF in a minute, but we got to get this out of the way because we got to talk about this.
When are we going to do the Melvin Dassey? Because I'm fired.
We're going to do that towards the end. Or if you're fired up about it, we'll do it next. We'll keep them on the line here.
I don't want to mess up your. I don't want to mess up your flow.
So Caps did not redeem themselves tonight, and I'll tell you why. I said it every fucking game in the last series with the Leafs, and I said it the first 2 games in this season in this series with the Penguins. What have I said countless times, Edwards? You know what I've said.
You love Oshie.
I
but
love
I don't know.
I
don't know
love
where you're getting
Oshie,
at.
but no, they
Same
can't.
old Caps.
They can't win at home. I said exactly day before yesterday when they lost at home again. I said, watch it. They'll go up to Pittsburgh and they'll rule ass because for some reason they can't win in Washington. And damn if they didn't prove me right tonight.
Yeah, but White, they got to win 3 or 4 now. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think so.
You know what
either.
annoys me about my Rangers?
Did they
They
lose
just
again?
had to. Well, they play tomorrow, but
Okay.
they just had to get one. They just had to get one, and they
Mhm.
got the lead. And all you got to do is keep it out of OT, and you can't keep it out of OT.
Same thing with
And
the
you know
Capitals.
what? I like Henrique. I'm a big Lundqvist guy, but 6 goals again. And I
Mhm.
watch these games, and listen, I love Pierre, and I love Doc Emmerich, and I love all the guys that do these games, and they're all great. But the excuses they make for this fucking goalie. I mean, at some point, when does Henrique do what great goalies do and just carry the goddamn team to a cup? Until he does that, I don't want to hear this king shit. I don't want to hear
Amen.
it
Dude.
anymore.
Amen, brother.
Dude, Holtby was the same way last game. Edwards was the one that alerted to me. They pulled him in the third last game.
Yep.
They pulled probably one of the best goalies in NHL right now. They pulled Braden Holtby, but they left him in there tonight.
Listen, when what's his name? The previous Ranger coach, the asshole with the T. You know what I'm talking about. He's an asshole.
Right.
We all know who he is.
Right.
His name escapes me right this second.
It's escaping everybody.
His defensive system was, let's have all my guys dive at the puck and block my goalie's line of sight. And whenever they didn't stop the puck, they gave up goals. And they had no offensive system and didn't try to score and all that. And under that system, okay, all right, I could give Lundqvist a pass. But this was supposed to be the year, the fast skaters, and we could score, and we'll play defense, and Henrique's going to be Henrique, and it's his worst fucking season ever.
They said that too about the Capitals, man. Dude, I hear you. They said that about the Capitals too.
I got fucking Ajita thinking about it.
They said that today about the last game against the Capitals when they played at home. This is not the same team that it was last year. We got what's-his-face and this guy, and their main thing was to prepare to get to this point and to beat the Penguins. And guess what? It's not going to happen again. They'll play again tomorrow or day after tomorrow at Pittsburgh. They'll probably win that one. But when the series fucking goes right back to D.C. and right back in that Verizon Center, I'm going to put on Twitter, why don't everybody who goes to the Verizon Center Wednesday night boo the fuck out of the home team? Because they seem to play better when they're booed. You know?
All right, well, while we're still on this, before we get to the match, I got like 3 quickies.
Okay.
I gotta do the Melvin Dassey.
Go ahead. Melvin Dassey
Hold on,
alert.
1 second. And I know you're not a football guy, but Edwards.
Yo.
Just not getting into detail. We could do it down the road.
Mhm.
Just grade the Redskins draft.
Grade the Redskins draft. I give it a B, solid B minus. I'll say first half of the selections were good. They're going to be improvements. Second half, kind of some experiments and some projects there, but I'll take it. I'll take what they did.
I'll give my boys a B, the Giants a B, only because their glaring weakness is the O-line. It was hard to fix that in this draft. I get it, but I mean, and here's my thing. I got to see it from this tight end before I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say one thing.
No.
I'm going to break into the football talk here. Joe White's talking a little bit of football. I have one bit of news from the draft. 3rd round of the draft. The Kansas City Chiefs, I'm happy to say, made a wise investment. I want to say it's Terrell Owens, maybe his brother. I want to say, though, it's Terrell. They drafted from the University of Maryland, and I'm happy to say that I've watched this kid since high school, off and on. I used to go to because my girlfriend loves going to still watch her high school football team play every Friday night, and it's pretty damn awesome sometimes. But I watched this kid his entire career pretty much, or the last 2 years he was in high school, so junior year and senior year. District champs every year, couldn't quite get it done at state. But it's kind of cool for me to see a guy play at the high school level, and then you watch him play at the college level, and now he just got drafted by the Chiefs. So I believe it's Terrell Edmonds. keep a lookout for this guy, because him and his brother, if they ever put him and his brother on the same team like they were in Maryland and like they were in Virginia Tech, golly, look out. That's all I could say. But anyway, go ahead.
Earlier, you said
I
Owens.
just got it.
Yeah, Terrell Owens. You said.
I said Owens. I meant Edmonds. I'm sorry.
Okay, gotcha.
Just be careful with those kind of comparisons when it comes to the NFL.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm not, because
sorry.
it's a different ball game. You know what I mean?
Well, oh yeah. I mean, just because you played good in college and in high school doesn't mean shit nowadays. Not when you get up to the big leagues. But anyway, go ahead. Melvin Dassey.
Now we got to that. I'm just gonna make a quick statement, then I'm gonna get to Melvin Dassey.
Okay.
This is the honest to God's truth. I'm gonna give you my honest to God's take on this match for tonight. But in the event me and Joe get into an argument, I want to get out my good stuff first, so whoever listens, in case, because I could get sometimes I might get a little nasty.
It's gonna be 2 against 1 tonight, folks. I can see that now. I called it. I knew it.
To say, bro. That's my point. When we get to our little synopsis, let me at least get the good stuff out. But before we get to that, I was gonna let you wait till later in the show, but I got to get this out there because this is like, and I don't want to put a cloud on the business because honestly, it's not fair to do that to the business.
Is this the Melvin Dassey thing, or?
This is the Melvin Dassey.
Okay, it's not putting a cloud on the business. If what you posted was real, fuck this guy. That's all I gotta say. But
okay.
Continue.
Yes,
let me give it a scenario. Basically, the scenario is Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling.
That's a name.
in Connecticut is run by former WWF/WWE Paul Roma and Mario Mancini.
Okay.
That's their deal. That's their school. They train guys. I would say a year and a half, 2 years ago, they started putting on their own shows. NEW kind of helped them out early on, and they're kind of doing their own thing, which is fine. That's all well and good. So apparently, this gentleman, which we'll get into in a second, went to them to put on this charity wrestling event for autism, ring rental, help promote the event, blah 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 blah. They link up with a autism organization in Connecticut, Autism Awareness, ASRC. Their branch in Wallingford, Connecticut. They link up with them. They're promoting it. They promoted a lot of big names for the show. Guys fell out. El Patron was one of them. And we all know, like, we could get into that later in another show, what his deal is. His deal's a nightmare. But he was pulled from the show a while ago.
Fuck him, too. That's all I got to say. But go ahead.
Cortez Castro, also known as Ricky Reyes, Lucha Underground star, was there, as far as I know. I know Killshot, Shane Strickland, was promoted. I'm not sure if he was there. He was promoted. So there was some names promoted to be there. The whole deal. So basically, here's the thing. I'm just gonna read to you their kind of press release based on what happened. April 22nd at the East Haven, which is in Connecticut, ice rink, a show was put on that was to benefit autism awareness. PAPW brass were approached by a guy by the name of James Raymond, hashtag Melvin Dassey Avery, scumbag, James Raymond, make the motherfucker famous, help the Connecticut State Police find him, whatever. Anyway, excuse me.
Don't die
Daddy's
now.
cool. Daddy Cool's allergies are acting up this week, but
this kid already has autism. Let him pass away before you do, okay?
Right. Name of James Raymond, months prior, asking for assistance with the show and ring rental. The show was to have local talent, local indie talent, and various other stars accompany various promotions, including PAPW, PWA, ROH, Lucha Underground, and more. Since the show, James Raymond has not been heard from. The check that he gave to the brass for our assistance bounced, and the account is currently in negative state. We feel that James Raymond brought us along a fraudulent scheme. Along with the check bouncing, there are members of the locker room that were never paid. The group that was to benefit from this autism awareness, ASRC, has been contacted, and we're advised, and it was confirmed by Mario Mancini that they did not receive any money that they were supposed to. Excuse me again. If this message can be shared as much as possible, blah, 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 get the word out there so we can find James Raymond, get the money that's owed. and to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else. That was pretty much their press release. They have since added to it. Let me get the rest of it.
So
here.
the guy who did this show, he does not have autism. He doesn't have a disease. This was all for
no,
that one
apparently
charity.
he was. Fuck.
I feel like we ought to start a "Please Don't Die" chant for you, man.
Seriously, you're not kidding. I'm telling you, once those little once
Pollen,
the little allergies kick in, it's hard to get rid of. But I'm gonna. Basically, the deal was he approached them. And I'm gonna keep sipping the water so I don't hack in your ear. He approached them with doing this autism show, and they decided to help out. And he fucked them. They actually on their Facebook page posted the picture of the insufficient funds check that he wrote to them. They got pictures of him, all that stuff, and also they have decided to put on another show to benefit autism on 6/24, which would be June 24th, at the same arena in East Haven, Connecticut. They've already, due to a lot of the workers wanting to help out, they've already got enough guys to book the show, and they're going to do another show, raise the money, and send it to that autism awareness organization, so they could at least make up for their end of it, which obviously it's not their fault, but Melvin Dassey Avery, as I'm adding to it because he's such a fucking scumbag. Screwed them all over. Pretty much everybody involved. And we'll share the picture on Twitter. They basically put this. Somebody made this big picture of him, scumbag alert, pretending to raise money for us. Autism, stole money, disappeared. Goes by the name James Raymond. If you know who he is, or you could contact with him, or you know how to find him, let the Connecticut State Police know so they can take care of the situation. And I know they have filed charges for their fraudulent check.
I was gonna say that's for all intents and purposes that's charity fraud. I mean, I guess it's called charity fraud, but I mean he scammed them. I mean, and depending on the amount, it could be considered fucking, at least petty larceny. I don't know what the amount of money was, but so this guy doesn't.
In total, I heard it was about $6,000.
Jesus Christ.
I did a search on this guy.
That's
AC,
grand
after
larceny.
you sent me the picture.
Apparently, it's been happened before with him.
He's got 2 Twitter accounts. One is locked. It looks like a personal account. The other is something called Wrestling for Autism. I guess it's an organization because if you look on
it definitely
LinkedIn,
is. It's a racket.
if you look on LinkedIn, he has himself listed as founder of Wrestling for Autism out of East Haven. So if he's trying to scam people out of it's probably beyond wrestling shows. You know what I mean?
Thing.
If he's collecting money.
Here's my thing with this. You're never gonna find this dude in Connecticut. Once he finds out he's been exposed,
he's probably
not,
he's gonna try this in another state. Probably not even in the Northeast. I look for him to do it out west or in the Midwest somewhere.
Well, that's right, because we got a show host from Connecticut, we got a show host from Virginia, we got a show host from Pennsylvania, we got listeners all over the country.
North Carolina,
I mean, honestly, like, forget what he did to the workers. This is a problem with charity all over the country. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And this kind of stuff has to stop.
So this guy doesn't have. He was, from what I understand, folks. To recap here, and I just want to make sure I understand this thing correctly. He goes to a local promotion, says, "Hey, I want to run a show I want to run a fundraising show for this autism charity that I have." And they do the show. I wonder how much, because usually, when I know it's like this around here, when you go to a promotion, like let's say I run the local fire department here, the volunteer fire department, and I go to CWF Mid-Atlantic and say, hey, I want to do a fundraising show. Not that CWF would ever do it, but I want to run a fundraising show for the fire department. You still have to pay CWF to put that show on in your building. You have to put up something. They're not going to.
You mean the promotion?
Yeah. I mean, the way
well,
it is.
That's where the lawsuit was filed, because the check that they paid to Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling is the one that bounced.
And so
they paid for their help in their ring, and obviously their talent, and that's the check that bounced. Apparently nothing at all was sent to that autism organization at all.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm guessing the big name talent probably got their dough that night or something. But Paul Roma, and it will probably take me a minute to look it up, but I know he put something on Facebook, which he posts. It's rare that he posts on Facebook. Something to the tune of, they feel like they raised $6,000 that should have went to that organization.
And it's now in this guy's pocket.
In addition to everything else. So, I mean, listen, and let's be honest here. That is the fans' hard-earned money that they got entertainment for it, but who knows who put an extra 20 in, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who knows
just
who?
Because it was for
I'm sure all
a charity. They might have bought that extra autograph or that extra T-shirt or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
because they know part of this was going to a charity, so it's not right. And they also said that they also warned people that if those of you out there listening haven't heard this yet, they warned people if you paid for anything with your credit card to watch your statement. So there you go.
Because this guy now has your credit card number, pretty much.
Well, apparently the ticket sales went through him.
Oh, Jesus. So he got the ticket
my
money,
God.
too?
Right.
So generally how this works is, I know from, going to these types of shows, like I said, if you were going to raise money for a fire department or a school or something like that, well, generally what happens is you pay them a certain amount of money. They generally cut you a deal. It's generally maybe about $1,000 for the pro wrestling people to come and set up their fucking ring. The pro wrestling promotion pays the talent or whatever the case may be, and it's
and you take
and the
take the concessions or whatever it is.
The school takes the concessions, or the school or fire department does the concessions, because generally it's the school or fire department running the concessions and buying and they leave the promotion leaves all the concessions up to whatever facility it is, and then they split the gate 50-50, and then they take donations, do a 50-50 raffle, all that good stuff.
Yeah, all the natural stuff
But in this case, it sounds like the promotion came in there, and they basically put on a free fucking show.
Well, they were trying to do the right thing. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. In Paradise Alley's defense here, they were trying to do the right thing. Let's face it. They're babies in the game of promoting here.
They got scammed.
My thing here is, like, if you want to put on a big time charity event and you want to do it in Connecticut, you go to Northeast Wrestling #1. And my guess is a guy like that never would get the time of day from a guy like Michael Lombardi, because he's going to see right through him. And this is not saying anything bad about Roma or Mancini. They're trying to do the right thing. But I just think they, for lack of a better way of explaining it, and to a lot of our wrestling listeners, you'll understand it, they got worked.
Yeah,
they got worked by a con man.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Though?
They got worked by a con man.
No shame to them, because apparently they weren't the first ones to get worked.
No, and here's the thing.
We
give
just
them
need
a
to
little
make sure
credit
they're
too.
the
They didn't tuck their tail between their legs and run. They're going to go run another show on their own and do right by this organization, basically because they feel bad. And you got to give them a little bit of credit for that.
I
actually am working on trying to get one of them on to cool down, or even with all of us, whatever. I'm sure we could get Mancini, maybe even Roma, maybe get them on so they could talk to them about themselves in the future. But it's just a sad thing. Like, in general with charities, it makes people wonder about donating and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And what kills me is this motherfucker. I hate to give any type of credit to this motherfucker, but he's got balls. I'll give him that, because he's scamming the wrong group of fucking people.
I'll tell you this. When you scam the sensitive universe, universe is going to get after your ass. No, but let's give, you bring up a good point though. Let's call it the wrestling community for this discussion. I don't know how far it's reached yet. If you guys have seen it on social media without me sending it to you.
This is the first time I've seen it.
My guess you will, because this just came about like a couple hours ago.
Is it on Twitter at all? On your Twitter?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'll tell you this. There are people that I know in Connecticut that they wouldn't know a fucking wrestler if they walked into the room, that are already starting to share it. So this is going to go viral. And I know that all the local news stations, everybody's just pumping them on Facebook. So My guess is one of them will pick it up or something. So this could probably go viral pretty quickly, and it should. Like it should.
Here's what I want to. It's not on your Facebook yet, or I was gonna put it on Twitter and put it on your Facebook, or steal it off your Facebook and put it on Twitter. Get it up on social media. You know me and AC or me and Edwards will like, share it, and do all that good stuff to it. You still there?
Say that again. What was that?
I was saying, go ahead and throw it up on social media. Me and Edwards, you know us. We'll go ahead and throw it out there.
Yeah, that was my plan here, to let to put it out here on this, and then we'll anybody who's listening, AC Cooldown on Twitter. I'm gonna throw it up right now.
Jeff, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm tweeting it out right now.
Okay, good. So there you go. Your hashtag Melvin Dassey, the newest Melvin Dassey. I guess this is Melvin Dassey's evil twin, if you want to call it that. What do you say, guys? Let's get to the reason why we're here. And that's for you guys to be in a handicap match against me. So, I want to go ahead and start this off by, we're not going to do the whole show based around this one match. There's only so much we can say about one match. So, I will tell you this, a couple stats here. And this comes from Dylan Hales, at Dylan Waco on Twitter. I want to tell you, he tweeted out a bunch of stuff yesterday, or within the last few days about this. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Give me 1 second here. This match right here is probably the most watched match in CWF history, CWF Mid-Atlantic history. It has reached way further than the normal auspices of the, what I like to call the CWF Mid-Atlantic family, which is every Wednesday you have about a good 300 to 400 people who will go on Twitter, tweet every Wednesday at CWF Mid-Atlantic, or they will tweet hashtag CWF Worldwide, and they'll watch the match. They'll watch the show when it hits on Wednesday, and they'll tweet about it as they're watching it and kind of discuss it. John Philip Pavage has become one in the recent months. Dylan Hales is another one. I'm one that'll sit there if I'm watching it live. We'll go, or once they put it up, we'll go ahead and tweet about it. But this match right here, this particular episode, is huge for this promotion. I'm trying to go through Dylan's tweets here and find it. I will tell you, like I said earlier, it's gotten well over, 2,000 views on Twitter, or on YouTube, excuse me. So far it's gotten 2,863 views. When the second match that is behind this was Trevor Lee versus Brad Attitude from Battlecade, and it took it, weeks to get that many views. It took this match days. Everybody, as far as the Sensitive Universe community, I know that you guys hate when I bring up these names. Meltzer and Bruce Mitchell from The Torch have featured this match on hotlines and on their websites and in columns. Bruce Mitchell, of course, attended it live. He gave the match immediately 5 stars. Like that means anything nowadays to you guys and to anybody else probably listening to this. But, it's to have a match, one match.
It's all relative.
It is relative, and it's a big deal when something like that happens, because how many times, 5-star matches from those guys don't come out often. I've given my thoughts on this match already. To me, it's match of the year so far, for me. Maybe I'm jaded on it because I saw it live. If I hadn't seen it live, I guarantee you I would probably have a different opinion. I would probably be putting.
Always my issue.
Yeah, I mean, and that would probably.
I feel you on that, dude.
That would, and I hate, and that's not a bad thing to say that, but it's just that if I was just watching it on YouTube and I caught the buzz of it, because I'll be honest, when a match really catches buzz like Okada and Omega, I'll watch it. I watched Okada and Omega 5 times within 2 days. The first 2 days that match hit, and
you upset the women's wrestling community.
Yeah. But this is a match where I don't want to say let's take away Japan out of this, because I brung Japan into the discussion by saying that I feel like it's better than Okada and or better than Okada and Omega. To me, it is, and it is for a number of reasons. It tops it to me for a number of reasons. Do I feel like this is the best match I've ever seen in my life? No. Do I feel like it's probably like I said, I knew that your two's opinion it was going to be nowhere near as hyped up about this as I am. But we'll go around the horn here. I'll start with Jeff, because Jeff was the one I made Jeff watch this match.
Start with Jeff.
I'll start with Jeff because you watched it fresh. It's fresh, more fresh in your mind than
He
it
watched
is me
it
and
fresh
Jeff.
tonight too.
He did? Okay, good.
Yep.
It's been a few days since I watched it, but I watched the match and I was there live. So
How many times?
Well, how many times? About 5 on YouTube. Dude, I watched Okada and Omega same round.
Before I get into my whole spiel, because your mention of seeing it live as opposed to just watching it non-live, let's face it, anybody who watches a fair amount of live matches knows there's a different energy when you see the match live.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to take that into account.
Hey, I know Jeff is probably – I'll see if Jeff brings it up, but I know, Jeff knows how I feel about this match, and anybody who watched the YouTube video will see me in the background. You knew how I feel about the match while the match was happening. So, Jeff, fire away, pal.
I'm going to be the bridge here, I have a feeling. Because if you're on one end of the spectrum, and AC might be on the other end, but he might surprise us. I'm not sure. I know. Hate it? I'm not saying you're going to hate it, but I think you might have more to say about it.
Probably.
So I'm going to bridge that gap here. Okay. So good and bad. All right. I like the match. I really liked the match. Okay. That said, I loved where Day starts beating the crap out of Lee towards the end, and the ref checked on Lee, and Lee said, get the F off me, or whatever the hell he said.
Oh, he said get the fuck off of him.
Okay, and his that Japanese fighting spirit took over. He was taking those kicks, and he was screaming. It had that wrestling storytelling that only wrestling fans are going to understand.
With no build, by the way.
Right.
It had a little New Japan feel to it. With some.
Well, that's where I'm going to go. Okay. So.
All right, I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
Was it a good match? Yes. Was it a great match? Yes. As far as CWF Mid-Atlantic goes, this might be that match, White. I'm not going to take that away from you, but I can't view it the same way you do when you compare it to the New Japan match, the Omega Okada match, simply because I followed that story for 6 months, okay? Or, a year and a half for the rise of Omega. Now, there's no story on the CWF side, but to me, as a New Japan fan in that company, that's got to take the match of the year, award or whatever you want to say over this. But it's not taking anything away from this match, and it's not taking anything away from CWF Mid-Atlantic fans, because I understand it. I understand what it was. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
okay.
I will say part of the reason why this match probably, and like you just said, there is no story to this match. The only two that only time these guys have ever even touched each other in a CWF Mid-Atlantic ring is probably about 2 or 3 weeks before this, when they did that six-pack challenge for the belt. They had qualifying matches that night. Chip Day won his qualifying match, and there was very little interaction between these two. They had their moment, but that was it. They had no real build. But I will say this, and maybe this is the problem. This is where I'm jaded. I was not going to go to this show. But when they announced it, I believe it was the Wednesday before. This match, of course, was taped on a Saturday. The Wednesday before, they threw up this match saying, breaking news, this Saturday, night 2 of the Chronodal Cup. It's for, we're going to have the finals of the tournament. We're going to have the semifinals of the tournament. But also in our main event, we're going to have, well, this didn't even main event the show live either. But in our semi-main event for the Mid-Atlantic title, Chip Day versus Trevor Lee. When I saw that tweet go out, given that I knew that there was no build, That right there is what made me purchase my ticket to go watch that event.
Mhm.
The tag tournament was great. I don't want to take anything away from the tag tournament because the match that followed Chip Day Trevor Lee on that episode of Worldwide, the Sandwich Squad versus the All-Stars, great fucking old school Mid-Atlantic tag match. Very good. But this match, Trevor Lee and Chip Day, even with not having any build to it, that right there told me I had to be in that building that night.
Well, the last part I want to say before I pass it over to AC is, and I don't know if you'll agree with this, but I feel as though I've seen that match 1,000 times. And because it was two guys that weren't Okada, Tanahashi, Omega, AJ, Nakamura, I felt like this match could have just been the fourth match on a New Japan card. You know what I mean? So for you, I don't want to take it away from you because it was, epic in the realm of CWF. But to me, I felt like I've seen that, countless times in Japan.
And that's why part of me, and maybe I should have never fucking. I think I fell on my own sword when I made the comparison to fucking Okada and Omega, because if you take New Japan out of the fucking equation and you just look at wrestling in the United States, which I realize, folks, you can't really do that anymore. Any match, whether it be WWE, whether it be, well, you can with WWE. That's its own fucking bubble. But any match on the indie scene nowadays, any other promotion besides WWE, you can't look at it anymore and go, well, for the United States, this was good. Not when we have access to so much other shit, You can't I can't really sit there, and I'll give you guys that. Yes, to the New Japan fan, this is just any other fucking match. You could have thrown this first in the Tokyo Dome, or not even Tokyo Dome. This is a match you'd probably see in Sumo Hall. You would not see it on a Wrestle Kingdom show. I'll give you that. I will absolutely give you that.
Yeah, but is it fair to compare it to that, though?
That's what I was getting to. Is it fair? I know, like I said, I drug it into the mix. Bad on my part, probably.
That's
but
why I broke your balls about it. But
is it even fair to really compare this to something that, I don't want to say it, but I will say it. Very few people in the United States are going to seek out New Japan. Nobody in that building that night, besides myself and Smark Rowe, probably know what New Japan was,
Right.
So
honestly, I probably wouldn't have brought up New Japan if you didn't bring up New Japan. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
if you're just going to...
Here's what kills me is the commentators bring up Japan.
Yes, that's true.
The commentators want you to get in that type of mindset. The commentators themselves tell you, very much a Puroresu style crowd here, very much a New Japan style crowd.
Puroresu.
Whatever.
But...
Cecil Scott even goes, look at the crowd. They're not bored. They're analyzing. They're sitting there on the edge of their seats analyzing this, just like a New Japan crowd would.
All right, go AC. Go.
All right, here it comes.
You guys got into a lot. And it was
should
a
I,
lot
should
of
I
what
say
I wanted
a
to
prayer?
get into. No, listen. It's a lot of what I wanted to get into. Listen, is it fair to compare it to New Japan? Obviously, it's not. The way I would compare it to New Japan is the style of match they wrestled was very New Japan-like, if that makes any sense, where you didn't get the flippity-floppity feel with this match at all.
Flippity-floppity-flippity-floo.
It was a strong style match. I'm going to take it from an indie guy's perspective because I consider myself an indie guy, first and foremost. The match was very good. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's the best match I've seen all year. Because, number one, like Joe said, it's very different when you see a match in a building.
Mm-hmm.
I could think of 5 matches off the top of my head I would put ahead of it, but I saw all of them live. So is it fair for me to do that? I'm not sure. But there were a couple things that stood out to me. The match was very good. I thought it told a very good in-ring story. I'm glad you kind of cleared up the fact that there was no story leading in. I probably would have liked it better had Trevor Lee spit on the dude and left the ring after, instead of picking him up and playing the we love each other lovey-dovey thing. To be honest with you, and listen, this goes on all the time in indies. Ricochet and Flip did it, which is one of the matches that I love this year. Leo and Flip, Leo Rush and Travis Gordon, I saw them do it. But my favorite match of the year that I saw, my favorite match of the year I saw live was Dijak and Keith Lee. And this thing is probably not going to end because they're wrestling each other all over the country, so it's becoming a big deal. I get that. But this whole thing started in Northeast Wrestling. And there was like a sense of, like, these two dudes are going at it. They don't like each other. And after the match, you got the same feeling. Dijak's boys came out, tried to get in the match, and whatever happened didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't really matter. Scotty Slade, his manager, ends up in the hospital with stitches because he got hit with a chair that wasn't meant for him. Keith Lee gets the win. There was just like some hatred involved and some continuation to the story. But that whole match was tremendous. I'm not saying that if I was in the building with you, I might have thought this match was on that level. I'm not saying it wasn't, but just watching it on YouTube, I don't know if I could get that feel. And part of the reason why is, and this has nothing to do with the two guys that are working the match, I didn't like the production.
Really?
I didn't. Here's the reason why. It was too.
Now, hold on. Before you go into
let's hear the reason why.
Hold on.
No,
Wait. Before he gives the reason why, I just want to remind people we're going to have the technical director and production director of CWF Mid-Atlantic live tomorrow night at 9:30 on this very YouTube channel. Go ahead, AC.
So are you telling me I should watch what I say here?
No.
You're going to have
dude,
him on.
No, I will say this. Grant Sawyer is the type of motherfucker that I shouldn't call him a motherfucker. He's the type of guy. And CWF in whole, is the type of promotion where they were like, throw whatever you got. Any fucking criticism you could give to us to make ourselves better, we'll take it and we'll try it. So go ahead. Don't pull any punches here.
Okay. Listen, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just giving you my honest opinion.
Go ahead.
Just watching the match on YouTube.
And that's what I want.
I thought it was shot too up close.
Really?
Really? I mean, a lot of the moves are like, I almost get what they're trying to do, where the knee almost comes out of nowhere, or this comes out of nowhere. But almost at some point, I like when the camera backs off a little bit. And not to bring New Japan back into it, but Ring of Honor and New Japan might be the reason why, because you get a lot of hard cam angles where you can see the whole picture.
I'll tell you, for CWF, let me tell you what their camera layout is. They have one guy on the outside of the ring, traveling around with a camcorder.
Obviously. Yep.
They have another camera up in their crow's nest, which shoots their ring at a diamond-like angle, to where when you view it from that angle, the ring kind of looks like a diamond. Then you have...
They don't have the hard cam angle. Though,
and then they have another camera up by the entranceway that sits atop the entranceway and shoots down, kind of.
Right.
And then they have Grant Sawyer, bless him. I'm glad we have him on tomorrow. He is like their main camera guy. He stands on their entrance ramp, because if you notice, they have a ramp that comes right into the ring. They don't have like a ramp that slopes down. You have to get up into the ring.
No, I actually like that. It was pretty cool.
Me too. He stands on that ramp and shoots the match from there. So,
all right, listen. The ring, the ropes. Here's the thing I'll give them a lot of credit for. The rings, the ropes, the entrance, the entrance way, the look of it looked very professional. Don't get me wrong. It absolutely did. I was actually impressed with it. You didn't look at that ring or that entrance and go, oh, same old indie, like, lazy garbage. You know what I mean? The ring's falling apart.
They got
you
better.
saw a professional.
I'll be honest with you. This year, they spent some fucking money. They got new turnbuckle pads and they got new ropes for that ring. So they spent money, and they got new ring posts.
It looks good though.
Honestly, I think it's a brand new ring that they got this year. So,
listen, Northeast Wrestling did the same thing. They got a brand new ring, the whole deal. Because, listen, when you start getting bigger, people start seeing you more. You want that. Mm-hmm. All that was tremendous. That was great. The angles and stuff, and listen, it's just not what I'm used to. And it was harder for me to follow the match the way it was shot. And there was another thing I didn't like. When they were in the ring before the match started and they backed off, like, I don't want to see the dude with his cut off shirt in the ring, like with the camera right in, Trevor Lee's face.
Yeah, that's Grant.
So, I mean, I'm just constructive criticism, just me, whatever. Thanks for coming on. But no, listen, I go back. I watch NEW stuff all the time. Their production over the years has always been on the upslope, getting better and better. Like, I could show you Taven's match where he beat Brian Anthony for the NEW title, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was now. And you'd be like, all right, dude, what are you criticizing? This is like,
Same
shit, Right. But and as the technology gets better, as all this stuff gets better, the production gets better. But I still feel like that hard cam angle, for lack of a better way of explaining it, in a lot of these situations, it tells you the whole picture, because you not only see the ring, you see both guys, you could see part of the fan base. It's telling you the whole story at
I'm
once.
guessing their little crow's nest is their hard
Sometimes
cam.
these close-up views, I get the facial expressions and all that, but here's another part about that. And this is going to sound bad.
Go
I'm just gonna
ahead.
say it. A lot of stuff looks telegraphed when you shoot that close. Like, you could almost see the guy who's going to get hit move before he gets hit when it's shot that closely.
Mm-hmm.
When it's backed off in that hard cam, you're almost at an angle where it sells everything better.
And
now, listen, I'm the type of guy, and I don't even mean to be this way. It's just because I've been to so many shows where you could almost call moves before they happen, and I try not to do it because I don't like to be that guy. But I also could see one guy's whispering in the other guy's ear, like, so something's coming.
Right.
And then oh yeah, that's what they were talking about. You try not to be that wrestling fan because, again, you try to suspend your disbelief and have fun. It's a real fight, blah, 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 all that stuff. And sometimes with these closer angles, it almost looks like you can see the moves being telegraphed. And I saw that a few times in this match. And I wasn't even looking for it. It just hit me, and I'm like, oh, I'm a dick. I shouldn't, you know what I mean? I shouldn't be looking for it. But because the way it was shot, I saw that a lot, and it took something away from me.
I would say the hard cam thing, their hard cam is at crow's nest cam. And the reason for that is now that you've seen the arena that they run in,
it's small.
Honestly, it's meant to be a place where people come and work on cars.
How many people could that arena fit?
Battlecade, they held about maybe a good 200 to 300 in that place. They were packing them in.
Hold that in. Yeah, but here's the thing: they can hold that in Bethany, and I could get a hard cam view.
This is the thing, though, that
when I go to Bethany, it's 400 people. It's the same scenario.
I don't even think at Battlecade, I don't even think they had 300 or 400. 250
no, honestly,
maybe stretching.
Here's the deal, though. Their whole look, it almost had like an ROH feel to it.
And it's supposed to.
Maybe an old, WCW feel to it, which was cool. And I'm not gonna say get that in Northeast Wrestling in Bethany, but excuse me, those like camera angles, it was just different for me. That's all.
And they have and they don't even use the camera that's above the entranceway. Normally that's going to a little quasi Titantron that they have there in the building for fans to look at, which no one does because you're so close.
Yeah, but with that nice entrance they have, it would almost be nice to see, like even if it was an angle that came over the ring, like the guy come out, the lights, the whole thing, you see some of the crowd reaction. When these dudes walked out, the camera was like right on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see that, but it didn't cut away from him. It was like right on him the whole time.
I could see your point. Like if they had that same camera, but it was sitting on the back wall on the bleachers and shooting that entranceway, and you go in and you zoom out to where you could see the crowd around them a little bit. I agree with that. They need to have.
Honestly, it was clear, Like I said, the ring, the setup, everything looked great. I don't want to take away from what they do really well. Just for me, I mean, a little bit of that could go a long way. Where now I'm getting the whole feel, because here's the other thing about it. Watching it, I didn't get a feel for how much the crowd was into it.
And that's another thing I
got the sense, and I could be wrong about this, I was getting the sense that the crowd was 50-50.
Here's the problem I have with that.
And I really didn't hear a crowd reaction a lot of the times. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the problem with that, and I'm going to get into why you don't have a crowd reaction, and I want your two's impact on this, because AC, you've already said that you could see this. And it goes back to what I was talking about before of when that 1 count spot hits, you clearly see everybody, including myself, on that side of the building jump up and almost have a fucking heart attack. But they pan over like to the rest of the building. They cut to that damn crow's nest camera. And the rest of the crowd, who are CWF regulars, are sitting on their fucking hands. And it kind of pissed me off. Because here it is. The best fucking match that they've seen all year. Hell, I'll go the last 2 years in that fucking building. And they're reacting to it like that. And this wasn't even the main event. You know, I mean, the Sandwich Squad came out. There was more of a reaction for the Sandwich Squad versus the All-Stars because that's who they know. This crowd, and that's another thing, goes back to what Jeff was saying with no build. This crowd had probably only seen...
They weren't invested in it.
No, not at all. They didn't know what they were watching. And then at the end of the match, though, after that 1 count spot, everybody was throwing babies in the air once Trevor Lee made his comeback and finally got the fucking win. Because everybody pays to see Trevor Lee in that building. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's the house that Trevor built, you know. But, you know, that it goes back to that smart mark crowd, and the more this promotion grows, the more I have a feeling more smart marks are going to come out there, and maybe you will see a little bit better crowd reaction. But I also think it's going to kill that. It's also going to kill that. Might hurt them too. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's going to kill that company's business as far as their regulars go, because you know that the front row of where the ring is, the very front row of the crowd was good. The right, if you're looking at it from the entranceway, that front row's good. That right side was filled with smart marks.
Let me ask you a question. Is Chip Day like a big guy in that promotion?
No, that's the second time he's ever been in that promotion.
Okay.
Were
you a big Chip Day guy?
Honestly, I've seen Chip Day a couple times prior to this for PWX, so I already knew what he could do. And seeing him in that 6-man match was very fucking good. And like I said, the second they announced this match, that's when I was like, Trevor Lee versus Chip fucking Day? Fuck yeah, I'm going to be in that Sportatorium.
All right, do you now, I'm just asking. A, is he going for like the Kevin Owens without the t-shirt look? Because I got that little feel with the board shorts.
Who, Chip Day?
Yeah.
Those are kind of like fighter shorts that he wears, and if you look closely, he's got like Chip.
Is he like an MMA guy
or
something?
No.
Did he train in MMA?
No, he's a pro wrestling guy. He's he's a fucking. They call him the Kennesaw Kick Machine.
He's wearing MMA board shorts.
Yeah,
that's the only one I'm asking.
Who doesn't in pro wrestling nowadays? I mean,
okay. The second question is, do you think that match was maybe 5 minutes too long?
No. Again, look at the. Maybe it was because I was there live. You got to remember too, that crowd had already seen like 4 or 5 tag matches.
I'm not
night.
Going by crowd reaction.
You know,
I thought this is my honest take. I thought Lee was game, and I thought they lost a little the last 3 to 5 minutes.
Really?
I mean, maybe I should watch it again. I watched it once, but that was just my opinion.
Do you think if the match was about maybe 3 minutes shorter, that 1 kick spot would have had more meaning? That kick out at 1 would have had more meaning?
Probably, because I thought after that point, I thought I just thought he looked exasperated.
And this goes compared to seeing it live versus on YouTube. Live, this match fucking flew by.
But Joe, you gotta remember something too. When I'm comparing it to you put it on a certain level, and I'm comparing if you were to see Travis Gordon and Leo Rush live, I mean, these guys are in, not taking anything away from Chip Day and Trevor Lee, but Leo Rush and Travis Gordon, or Ricochet and Travis Gordon, are in like Fergal Devitt shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, not an ounce of body fat, just they could go for an hour and you wouldn't even know the difference. So I'm not taking anything away from these guys because these are the kind of things I see on a regular basis. I just thought, damn, you know what? I like the fact that they didn't get into it too early. I like a little bit of build. I saw matches with like that. Like when I saw Flip and Ricochet, I was worried that they were going to get into let's out flip each other right away, and they didn't do it. They kind of built a wrestling match and then got into some of the flippity stuff. Not that your match did, but they kind of felt each other out a little bit, and they built a real wrestling match. I like that part of it, but maybe 5 minutes left. This guy's a little bit more energy. I thought it was cool, and I don't know. I didn't feel like a sudden oh my god finish either.
Yeah, I mean, I will tell you this:
and
the finish of this match for me,
it was kind of like lackluster finish.
I think the 1 count spot should have happened earlier, because I feel like after that 1 count spot, he kicks out at once. One takes 2 kicks, a brainbuster, and bam, it's over. I'm like, that was my problem with it. He just kicked out at 1.
Right.
Why is it ending 2 seconds after? You know?
Is that Lee's normal finisher?
What, the brainbuster? And he I'll tell you, Trevor Lee's moveset consists of the kick on the apron, which he didn't land, thank God. I marked the fuck out when he didn't land that fucking kick from the apron. He'll do the brainbuster. He'll do a kill shot knee. I've seen him in a lot of matches with an STF. It's very, that spot.
He doesn't have a signature.
I wouldn't say he has a signature move.
Well, the only reason why is because the only time I saw him live, I've told you this before, was with what's his name there? Wow. Biff Busick, whatever they call him in NXT.
Oney Lorcan.
Oney Lorcan. I always call him Only Lorcan or whatever the fuck it is, because it's such a weird name. Biff Busick and him had a tremendous match. Obviously, Biff won. And you know what I loved about the finish of that match? Biff won. And then he wanted to shake Trevor Lee's hand, and Trevor Lee spit in his hand and walked out of the ring. And I hate spit, but that to me was just like... Well,
here's what
it was almost better than giving him the finger. Like, fuck you, dude.
Here's what kills me about Trevor Lee in this match. Trevor Lee, from my understanding, plays a heel everywhere he fucking goes, except CWF. And maybe except for PWX, because it's the same North Carolina crowd.
That happens. It happens with TK. He's the same thing.
But... I want to go get into after the match. A lot of people, casting hate for the way Chip Day came off. To me, this came off as Chip Day knew that he just had the match of his fucking life. He had tears in his eyes.
What, the crying?
He had tears. It was legit, though, man. That was, you want to say quote unquote real? That shit was real. That crowd reaction for him,
dude. If your goal in wrestling is
him.
Trevor Lee at CWF, I mean,
but I think
I'm not saying that to be disparaging, but come on, dude. That's not like you lost the UFC title. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it was the title match. I think it was Chip Day realized, hey, I just had that match. I think it was, I just had a 5-star fucking match.
That's for fans and us idiots that talk on podcasts and shit like that discuss. To me, as a performer, that shouldn't even be in your mind at that point.
I'll give you that. So the crying was a bad thing for you. I liked it because I think it was.
I mean, I'm not gonna kill him for
honestly,
it. Honestly,
I think it was a natural. I think it was an unnatural reaction.
I thought we were gonna argue more, and I was gonna save that to really get at you. But since you brought it up,
I think it was a natural reaction.
Well, Edward,
I don't think it was planned.
What did you think about that?
Jeff, you there?
I thought I wanted to go back to the production.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take the other side, so I'm going to put Grant over here a little bit. Okay. I thought the camera gives it a different look and a feel because they don't have a hard cam. And I think that might be a draw for some people. Like, I'm almost actually interested to watch the show now because there is no hard cam. Okay, so that's one, but I totally get what you're saying there because
hey,
it is
you're
different.
in Hollywood. I gotta go to get
Well, it does. It just gives it a little.
Oh,
It does give it that little feel that you're not used to it.
Right.
And I think like if you watch WWE closely, like with all their quick camera cuts and shit, they always cut on one of those moves where in case they miss, oh, here comes a kick. Is he gonna miss? We're not gonna know because boom, there's a cut. Right. So I don't think CWF has the pleasure of doing that, but
they obviously didn't.
Right, but that roundhouse kick that Day gave to Lee, because the camera was so close, and it was like directly behind Trevor Lee, you couldn't tell. It was like a movie shot. Like it looked like he kicked him in the face.
Well,
and
me, that was the New Japan feel of it, where you feel that this was fucking strong style. We're kicking,
and because it was so
part about it.
Yeah, and because it was so close, sometimes it covers up the leg slap, which I can't fucking stand the leg slap. I wish they would actually stop doing the leg slap.
You know what I hate
because
about
it was so close, you couldn't see it.
Yeah. The maneuver.
Yeah.
One thing about especially live, and go to enough live shows, you almost hear the slap before the maneuver hits.
Yeah,
and
you got that
true.
a lot. Honestly, I'll say this: that's another, one of the few gripes I have about this match. Seeing it live, I'm like, you chop them. The chop is supposed to be the loudest move in the fucking business. But the kicks were louder than the chops because the leg slaps were louder and you could see it. And that's another reason why, when a guy comes out with slick, leathery looking fucking board shorts and kick pads on, you're like, oh my God, here we go. Super kick,
I'm almost not a fan of kick pads, though. I got to be honest.
I could see they're almost like shin guards, but nowadays it's like, why they're wearing it,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of guys are wearing it. Some guys I really like are wearing it.
White, I'm going to say something that's going to side me with you in for the future of our wrestling talk. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was the match too long? AC, maybe it was, because there were spots, and I'm not killing Chip Day for this, but obviously there were spots where he wasn't keeping up.
A little bit tired.
Yeah, he was
a little bit tired. I'm just going to give him a little bit tired, and he'd probably admit that.
Yeah,
but there were certain moves and exchanges where Trevor Lee, it was all Trevor, right? And this is where I'm going with this. Okay. Trevor's in CWF. Fantastic, right? Can someone please call this guy? And because Jeff Jarrett is such a fucking idiot, that said, it's not going to be Jeff Jarrett because Jeff Jarrett obviously has no idea what Trevor Lee can do in a ring. That's number one. Number two.
Hey, listen, he's looking for Rick Steiner.
Well, here's what kills me. You talk about CWF though. Trevor Lee has also been in PWG. He's been in every Battle of Los Angeles tournament, which is a high-profile internet tournament.
Here's the problem. A lot of those guys have, and I think the problem is WWE views all of them as cruiserweights, and they don't know which one to take.
Damn right.
I'll tell you what. I would love, I'm saying it right now, Bullet Club, Omega, Young Bucks, if you're listening, which you're not, listen.
Yeah, it's a wishful thinking. 1650.
Oh wait,
PWA.
are you trying to add another guy? Are you like the Wolf Pack?
Oh yeah. We might as well just blow the whole thing up. Let's just get everybody in there.
Trevor Lee and Bad Luck Fale versus whoever.
Dude, he's a junior. Come on, he would be perfect as the Bullet Club Junior. He's the Bullet Club Junior. Come on.
Did you see who appeared for the first time ever on ROH TV this week?
No.
Travis Gordon, baby.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Anyway,
fine.
CWF guys, come on, because I have one more question for the both of you.
When we get on indie talk, I got to go to my guys. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. He's a junior.
No, Trevor Lee's tremendous, dude. He's tremendous.
I mean, he is, for lack of a better comparison, he is the John Cena of that promotion.
Right, I get it. Yep.
I mean, he's almost held that belt for a year now. So,
imagine him and Kushida for a title. I mean, come on.
Oh, tremendous match. Absolutely.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Get him over there, man. Get him over there.
Well, let me ask you a question, though.
Okay.
Trevor Lee's not just, it's like White has said, He's not just stuck in the southeast in that area. PWG. I saw him at XWA live.
Okay.
He's been around TNA. Why hasn't he caught on it?
What do you think? Do you think it's the look? Do you think Vince wants nothing to do with him?
Honestly, this is
hairy?
I don't know. No. I think it's not even his fault.
Okay.
I think there's just too many guys right now.
Yeah, it's the indie scene catching up to its own. It's a victim of
listen,
its own fame right now.
Not even to get into this whole WWE thing. But when they sit there and tell you they have the greatest cruiserweights in the world, and I can see Ricochet on the indie scene, I can't buy that. I just can't. And then when you bring Ricochet there, somebody's going to tell you got to bring Will Ospreay there. And then somebody's going to tell you got to bring Leo Rush there. And eventually somebody's going to tell you got to bring Travis Gordon there.
Here's my thing
Where
about
does
Trevor
it
Lee.
end?
Here's my thing about Trevor Lee, and here's the reason why I think he hasn't made it yet. It's the Carolina caveman thing.
But that White. Okay, I'm glad you said
Yeah,
those
but
words.
I think
He's
he
from
sells
the
that.
South. That's why they haven't signed him up north yet.
But going off what AC
you're
just
telling
said,
me that New Japan crowd, if he came out there doing that caveman face that he does, that fucking
Yeah,
face
but they
that
brought him up to Northeast. They brought him out to PWG.
Here's my problem, though. Does he go in the ring and do that fucking slack-jawed look, that Carolina caveman look? No, he's not doing it on TNA either. Why? Because it wouldn't get over anywhere else, I don't think. And I'm a huge Trevor Lee mark. You guys know that. You rag on me all the time. But that's what holds him back.
That has nothing to do with the fact that we don't think he's talented.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that's what I think is holding him back. He had, the hair and the beard and everything, whatever. Who doesn't have long hair and a fucking beard in wrestling nowadays?
I just think it's too many guys.
Yeah, it's a groundswell of the indie scene.
I agree, AC. It's too many guys. But when you saw, what did they have? A 3-on-3 tonight, right? A 6-man on Raw. The cruiserweights.
Oh, we'll get there.
I would take probably the guys I know over 4 or 5 of those guys all day.
See, that's my point.
I was actually sitting there watching it thinking that.
I mean,
if they're gonna get
because honestly, the two guys I would probably keep would definitely be Tony Nese, and the other guy would probably be Swan, and the other 4 go away.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't get Jack Gallagher. I don't get Noam Dar. But if you put Trevor Lee in there and call him the Carolina Caveman and he was to come out on 205 doing that shit, that's where it would get over. I'm trying to tell you, though, with that gimmick, I don't think he gets anywhere beyond that.
But he looks different, is my point. He's got a different look to him.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I mean, my fucking girlfriend pines and creams her pants over every time she sees him.
Could you not see him as the let's say they actually had a real Wyatt family, like it was actually a real thing, not this implied idea. Couldn't you see him being the cruiserweight of the Wyatt family?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Okay,
could I see him doing the brainwashed gimmick and all that shit? Fuck yeah, he could act the part
without question.
But
and AC, you're right. If they're gonna call it the best, they should cut. I'll give you your Swan and your niece, but cut those 4 guys, the rest of the 4, and replace them with the guys you said.
See, I don't even think I've seen Tony Nese wrestle big. I think he can wrestle not even being a cruiserweight.
Right.
I think he's just that strong and that talented. Here's the thing. Why is Fergal Devitt not a cruiserweight and a guy like Tony Nese? I mean, I understand New Japan, blah, 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 Finn Balor, the entrance, the whole deal. But seeing both guys, knowing how both guys work, I don't see the difference. You know what I'm saying? Where Tony Nese or Austin Aries is a cruiserweight and Finn Balor's not.
Right. It's a great point.
I'm not saying it to knock Finn Balor.
But
I'm just saying is the whole idea of this cruiserweight thing is very.
Here's what
it doesn't make any. Putting them on Raw kind of highlights these issues to me.
Going back to Trevor Lee here for a second. Every picture I've seen him take, if you go to his merch table at CWF and you take a picture with him, my son even has a picture with him. I have it on my Facebook page for crying out loud. He does that he won't take a normal picture where he's sitting there smiling with you. He's got to take that fucking Carolina Caveman face, And I'm just like, you're a good looking motherfucker. Take a normal picture,
I don't know. I don't even know if it's that though, Joe. I really don't. And listen, this is I'll give you this idea when we're talking about the match, and what was the other dude's name? Slipped my mind.
Chip
Sorry,
Day.
Chip Day.
Chip
Chip
Day.
Day.
Sorry, Chip. Tremendous. Sorry, Chip. Maybe we said maybe it looked like he get a little tired. He might take exception with that. Whatever. That's just what I looked at. I've seen a guy like JT Dunn, who's probably his size or smaller, probably a little smaller than even Trevor Lee, wrestle a guy like Dijak for 20 minutes and not miss a fucking beat. And again, it goes back to what you see on Raw with these cruiserweights, and you're looking at Jack Gallagher or whatever the fuck his name is, and I see that guy and I cringe. I'm just like, why am I watching this guy on TV?
It's not
when
even
I
the
see
gimmick.
Ricochet, Travis Gordon, JT Dunn, Leo Rush, Marty Scurll. Go down the list. Marty Scurll, the way he is, he'd be a fucking star in WWE if they did something with him.
It's not even the gimmick that kills, or it's not even Gallagher's name. It's not Gallagher's work, because Gallagher can work, aside from that fucking Mary Poppins bit he does, but that's a Vince McMahon thing.
Let's face it, most
hold
guys
on.
that are there can work.
Hold on, though. It's the fucking ring gear that kills me. My girlfriend looked at Jack Gallagher with those rainbow tights, and she goes, he's way too fat in the ass to be wearing those. It looks like he's got a fucking hot air balloon wrapped around him.
Yeah, but let me ask you this though, and it kind of plays.
She's not a wrestling mark like I am, so.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you're gonna be the little guy, if you're gonna be the cruiserweight, if you're gonna be the small guy,
don't wear fucking trunks.
No, forget the fucking trunks. Think about it. When you look at AJ Styles, when you look at Finn Balor, when you look at Tony Nese, even Aries, what is the common denominator? They're all fucking jacked muscle, fucking abs and everything
they're chiseled.
else.
They're toned.
Who the hell wants to see that guy? That plays into it. Your look plays into it. I'm sorry, it just does.
One more thing I want to get here. What did you two think of the ring announcements with these two? And they had Chip Day coming off as, Stutsy. And Stutz did the ring announcing, which to me, they went a little live. Even live, I thought they did a little bit overboard, but they only did it live for this match. They don't do it for every fucking match. If it had a little bit more build to it, like what you were saying, Jeff, if this match, and I even told them after the fucking video, after the match was over, I went running straight up to Grant, and I went running straight up to John Filipavich, who has been doing some work for these guys as far as video going. I'm going, if you do a video package for this, please add in footage of these two fighting in that six-pack challenge. And you know what? They didn't fucking do it. The two video packages that they released for this were their fucking ring entrances, were their fucking ring announcements. Going, and I don't get me wrong, the Kennesaw Kick Machine, Atlanta's Arrow, Kick Jagger. I like Chip effing Day. I like that. And then you go to Trevor Lee, and he's this champion, this champion, this champion, and this champion. Right off the bat, the ring announcing was like, Trevor Lee's going to kill this motherfucker. He's got all these fucking titles, and then it's like, Kennesaw Kick Machine? Come on.
The best part of the announcements, I think, was TNA Tag Champion, two-time X Division champion, and Trevor Lee said, the only one that matters.
And then they announced the CWF. Yeah, well, that's because he's putting over CWF,
Yeah, but guess what? That's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what you want, man.
But then again, you would never have. Here's my problem with this, and I know. Just hear me out on this. Don't interrupt me here, because I want to stress. I know it's not like this anymore. But back in the day,
get to it.
Back in the day, if you had, fucking hell, Kerry Von Erich lost to Ric Flair 2 days after he won the belt. If they were to sit there and go, former NWA, and then let's say the day after he drops the NWA World Title, he wins the fucking Texas title. Former NWA champion, former tag champion, and current Texas champion, Kerry Von Erich wouldn't look down at the belt and go, the only one that matters. I know it's not like that anymore, but to me, it's putting over the promotion But when you put there and go, he's been X Division champion. Hell, he had the X Division title at his, I believe, the show before this at his gimmick table, for crying out loud. I mean, for the promotion, it looks fucking great. But for the wrestler itself, for the wrestler himself, and you talk about him getting over other places, I don't know. I don't know.
So what I'm taking from this is you think the novice fan of CWF, any of us who watched it other than you, would say if you do a proper video package, maybe even if there is no story, we're invested in the match already because, like, we saw a couple clips of them beating the shit out of each other.
It would have been more helpful than what you got.
I agree. I kind of agree with you. I really do.
I don't think it would have said okay. I don't think it would have been like a 6 months Okada Omega build. You're not going to get that.
I agree with you because, and I'll use my home promotion as an example, as always, of course. When they set up TK versus Bryan Anthony for the title, they had already been in a 3-way match for the title. They'd been in a a Rumble match, the whole deal. A couple different matches. They were the last 4 in a Rumble match from the year before. They're in the 3-way match. They had a couple altercations that weren't in matches. And when they put the video package together, before they actually faced each other, in that 2-minute clip, they used all that footage to sell you on, all right, they're going to go at it now. And all the footage they used was them going at it before, not what they did to who else whenever. You know what I'm saying?
And
so I agree with your point. I've seen it done before. Even though there was more of a story going into that match, they presented that story for someone who maybe is just seeing this for the first time.
Here's what they could have done, though. And Electric City saying here in the chat room, he goes, it had a big fight feel with the ring intros. No, it didn't. Here's how you create a big fight feel. They had this match on tape for a month before it fucking got put up on YouTube. Instead of going on April blah blah blah, Chip D versus Trevor Lee, and you play the ring
They didn't have any
announces.
promo footage before the match?
Nothing. And here it is, though. Here's what kills me.
Yeah, I hate that.
Hold on.
I like the promo
Here's
shit.
what kills me. After the match, you still got those two in your fucking building. All right, that building was buzzing. They took an intermission after this match. That building was buzzing. This happened right before WrestleMania, the week before WrestleMania. And I'm already fucking saying to Grant I'm messaging Grant on Twitter the day after this match going, you need to put this up before Mania week so that it drowns out any fucking thing that happens there. And now we're looking back in retrospect after the buzz this match has gotten over the last week. I'm glad they didn't. But my point is, you had this match. The fucking cameraman, for crying out loud, towards the finish is banging on the fucking apron and cheering the shit on. He's marking out. The cameraman's marking out. You had a buzz in that building. You knew what you had then and there. You had these motherfuckers in the back. Yes, they just got tired of their match or whatever, but here's what you do. You look at them and go, clean yourselves up. We're going to fucking tape pre-match promos with you. And you know then what you know now, and you can hype this motherfucker up, and we'll play it on our fucking... We'll build this match up over the next 3 or 4 weeks on our worldwide show every Wednesday.
Here's the thing, Joe. If you're going to have pre-match promos, they could have been done before. And I'll tell you, it's not that fucking hard. Everybody's got a goddamn camera.
The problem is...
Listen, all these indie organizations are already doing it. They're cutting fucking promo videos on their own YouTube channels or on their goddamn cell phone or whatever else.
Prime example.
And sending it to whoever's doing the whole deal. And they're putting it together. And you could see fucking whoever cut a promo video along with these little video packages and cut them up and put together a WWE-esque promo video. I'm not saying it's going to be the fucking greatest footage ever, but you could put a lot of this shit together it's not that hard with the technology
It's not,
right
and
now.
I'll give you a
Let-
prime.
let me
I'll
play
give you.
that-
I'll give you a
let me
prime
play-
example. Hold on, give me 1 second here, Jeff. I'll give you a prime example. They did Trevor Lee versus Alex Daniels this past Saturday. Good fucking match. Alex Daniels gets on YouTube and fucking Twitter, I think it was, or at least Twitter and Facebook, and says, I challenge Trevor Lee because I'm gonna get done with Chip Day cutting. Trevor Lee gets on his fucking YouTube channel with the belt. Gets on CWF's YouTube channel the day before the match and answers the challenge. Cuts a hell of a promo on him. Even, granted, the Chip Day Trevor Lee match was announced 3 days before it happened. But you got the guys in your building. Even if you don't know it's going to be a match of the year candidate, you can still cut promos and build it a little bit, And honestly, that match didn't, at the end of the day, looking at it, maybe the match didn't need the build because it was so damn good, but it could have been so much fucking better and would have so many more views with the build.
That's Monday morning quarterbacking.
Oh, yeah.
Let me play devil's advocate though. If that, oh man, if you see that happen and you know it's in the can, and I say to you, White, what do you want to do with this? You want to do a couple promos? You want me to grab the guys quick? And what if you just thought about it and you said, no, do nothing. Let the match speak for itself. Let's see if we get a buzz. Could they have thought that way?
Maybe they did, and I'll ask Grant
Because if
about
they
it tomorrow
did,
night.
if that was actually a choice that was made, I think it worked. Because like you said, you normally don't get 3,000 and some views on a video.
Well, here's another thing. They had one more match to go on after this. The booker of the promotion is sitting there doing commentary. And then, they have the Sandwich Squad match. The Kernodles were being honored that night. They debuted the Kernodle Cup suite and everything like that. At the end of the night, the wrestlers want to fucking shower. They want to go out and get something to eat afterwards, whatever the case may be. They tend to party. Brad Stutz and everybody else will go out for dinner or whatever the case may be after it.
White, they need you at a party.
Yeah, right. I wish I had an audience with those guys.
That'd be epic, legendary.
But anyway, I look at it this way. Maybe it just slipped their mind thinking, hey, you're right. Let the match speak for itself. We don't want to cut post-match promos on this. I don't know the understanding, but I will tell you this. I'm going to ask Grant about it tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern when we have him here right here on 1650 PWAM. And before we continue, guys, with this, because I do have one, like I said, I still have one more thing I want to ask you guys. I have a big announcement. I don't know if AC knows about this. Jeff, you kind of know about it.
Yeah.
I just got the confirmation email tonight. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. This Thursday. Don't know if it's going to be live. It probably will be live. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it live. 1650 PWAM. The train keeps on rolling in our debut week. Because live, 6 o'clock Thursday, on this very YouTube channel, one of the participants in this match, Chip Effin Day, will be on 1650 live this Thursday, 6 p.m.
I love it.
Good job, White.
So one thing,
honestly, I wish I wasn't working so I could jump on with you.
So
that's good. Good for him for coming on.
Yeah, I mean, I took a stab at the dark. The match has been getting so much buzz. Jeff, why don't you throw that up on the 1650 PWAM Twitter, if you can. The match was getting so much buzz that I emailed the guy last night, literally at 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, dude, come on. We please come on. We want to talk. I want to talk to you about the match, ask you a couple questions, get your name out there. If you don't know who Chip Day is, watch this match. You'll know who he is then.
No, listen, I like I said, maybe like a little too long, blah, 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 whatever. The crying I didn't love, but all in all, let's keep it real. All in all, the overall picture, the dude did a tremendous job. I mean, this is what you get when you're an indie fan. So you have to, you respect that. You know what I mean?
I want to talk to you guys here real quick. The commentary for this match. Cecil Scott.
6 p.m.
What's that?
You say 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Eastern this Thursday.
Okay.
Yes. And
Got
Thursday
it.
would be
May 4th.
May 4th.
What's
Share
Chip
the
Day?
shit out of that motherfucker.
Chip Day
What's
is
Chip Day's handle?
@_ChipDay88.
Okay.
Putting over a little bit of Chip Day here. They had him tonight.
Maybe we could get a Chip Day versus TK match going before. when
Dude,
TK
that would
gets
be so fucking awesome.
That'd be
back.
nice.
Or Chip Day versus Flip. We get something going. Flip was actually down in Texas wrestling yesterday.
You know, the commentary for this match. Cecil Scott, Brad Stutz, who we've had on this program about a year and a half ago. What did you guys think about the commentary? Because I have a lot of things to say about this commentary. But what did you guys, Jeff? I'll start with you, unless you're busy putting that up there. What did you think about the overall commentary about this match? What was that?
Can
AC?
I cut in for a second?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was watching the match, the Yankees and Raw all at the same time after work. So I'm not gonna tell you. I got to feel.
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it again. Go back and watch it again with the commentary.
So I don't want to comment on the commentary because I didn't hear enough of it. I heard it in spots.
Well, what did you, out of what you did hear, what did you think?
I don't know.
I know what you're fishing for, White. I know what you're fishing
Go
for.
ahead, Edwards.
Are you trying to take over commentary for CWF?
No.
Hire me. I'm good.
No,
I'll
but
fly
I mean,
AC
but
and
the
Edwards down.
here's
We'll
the
do it
thing.
together.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm getting at. I'm jaded on this match. We've already established with that. I'm very jaded and biased. I'm gonna because I was there live. Because I was there live. But to casual fans, such as CWF fans, such as yourself, who are probably watching for the first time, and you're hearing Cecil Scott, who I love me some Cecil Scott on commentary. He's good in the ring too, very good wrestler. And you're hearing Brad Stutz, who books the shit. You know,
I just heard. I was hearing too much at once to get a feel that I want to comment on it.
I'll say this, White, because this is where you're going. Whoever it is, if it's Brad or Cecil.
No, he knows already. I love when Edwards figures it out.
I got to figure it out, buddy. You know that.
I think Hollywood.
That's what us Hollywood types do. We figure shit
there
out.
you go.
It's like a Joey Styles excited but overexcited. Bah, 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 bah.
But the thing is, it wasn't like that the whole match. Cecil was never like that. But my problem is when the kicks. That one spot where he's sitting there fucking, I believe it was fucking, it was in during right before the 1 count. And you had fucking, he's kicking him. Ah! He kicks him. Ah! He lifts him up and he kicks him again. Ah! That was so not needed, in my opinion, when you watch commentary. Because it's like, really? It just makes it seem fake. You know? In a match that's supposed to be strong style and quote unquote real, that shit was just it's overboard. And I love Brad Stutz to death. He's a damn good booker.
There's not a lot of Mauro Ranallos out there.
Well,
it's like we always talk about
thing
Josh
is,
Matthews.
Yeah.
It's like we always say about Josh Matthews.
Yeah.
He's
perfect
too
example.
over the top. Yep.
So go ahead and give your thoughts on it, Edwards.
But it didn't. It wasn't that bad to me. I thought the straighter announcer was better.
Cecil Seabear.
Cecil. Yeah. Okay, so Cecil's the play-by-play guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Stutz is. I mean, you got to. It's got to be a hard job to do because you got to make it exciting. So obviously, Brad's idea is to just turn it way up. You know what I mean? Turn himself up to 12, and really go for it and try and make it exciting. But you know. I would say this. Check their comments, and if they start really getting YouTube comments on that video, like the announcer's insane, he's great, or the announcer's a total loser, whatever. But to me, no, it wasn't that annoying. Like I can deal with that stuff. For the love of God, I watched Josh Matthews for 3 years. You know what I mean? It can't get worse than that.
What I'm saying is that Mike Tenay, when Mike Tenay was doing TNA commentary, towards the latter half of his run. And granted, he's probably being produced, okay? But towards the latter half of his run, the main complaint about TNA was, oh God, he streams way too much. That's the feeling I got.
Now, I thought they did a good job, filling you in on, like, I think at one point they said Chip Day's not a regular here. He's coming in. He's taking Trevor Lee to his limits. Stuff like that makes for a good match. I mean, that's the point of announcers.
The commentator standing up to the match.
Standing up during the match?
Standing up during the match. I mean, one of the things that Joe Matthews on YouTube, I'm looking at the comments for this match on the match's YouTube page. Not a single person is sitting down. Cuts to the crowd where nobody is standing. The only people on the feet are the two commentators. As a match, it's not great. As the Drew match, but still very high quality, star-making performance by Chip.
Wait, say that again?
Okay, there's a part in the match where they go, not a single person is sitting down, and they cut to the crowd where nobody is standing up. The only people who are on their feet are the two commentators.
So the commentators say nobody's sitting down.
Apparently,
and they cut to the crowd and everybody's sitting.
Apparently,
yes.
According to this guy,
okay,
yes.
That's like fucking Michael Cole 101.
However, hold on though. However, going back to the camera angles, and I don't think this is Grant's fault. Every person in front of that commentator booth, which was Smart Row, as I called them, John Filipavage, Dylan Hales, Papa Hales, fucking Bruce Mitchell, that whole section of the audience, and including myself, but I mean, I wasn't in that section, but I was very much near them. They were standing up. And that goes back to the regular CWF crowd who's just there to see their wrestling. I don't know if their eyes were opened, but they definitely got something different, and I don't think they were prepared for that. They didn't know how to take it.
That's a production thing, because if an announcer is going to say that and it's a complete lie, then the guy editing, which is probably Grant, has to cover that up somehow. And if he can't cover it up, he's screwed. So the announcer put him in a spot where his hands are tied. That's like me saying, all right, here we are on 1650 PWAM on this Chip Day Trevor Lee review show. AC's going to sing us a song now. Go, AC.
Not happening.
Right, exactly. So, what do you do?
Yeah, I just fucked your production.
Exactly.
Aside from that, there's no that's the only, bad comment that I can see on their YouTube page. I hope Chip Day gets more bookings.
There you go.
Hail victory.
All right. It was meant to be funny, not excessive.
Anyway,
Josh Matthews.
I'm surprised you guys aren't marking out that my ass knows a football song. But anyway.
You know the wrong song. That's the problem.
That's the right song.
People on Twitter, or people on the
Dominic Rogers Cromartie.
You're talking about YouTube comments here. I sincerely hope Chip Day gets more bookings after this. What a breakout match. This, to me, was Chip Day's breakout performance. If you didn't know who he was, you're damn sure going to know his name, after watching this, and you're damn sure going to look for it. In fact,
don't cry in the ring. Chip, don't cry in the ring again. This is not, it's not the end of the world. This is not the end of the world. This is win, lose, or draw. This magnified your career. This isn't, you didn't lose the UFC title. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need to cry.
I was going to say here, this was posted
Hopefully Chip still comes on now.
This was posted on April 27th, so not too long ago. This guy's a Northeast guy. You guys know who Tim Donst is?
Tim Donst, yeah.
Tim Donst. May 19th for Nova Pro Wrestling, which Brad Stutz has a lot to do with. He's the commentator for that. I believe he does maybe a little bit of the booking as well. They've had several Nova Pro guys come down to CWF. Chip Day is going to face Tim Donst May 19th in Fairfax, Virginia for Nova Pro Wrestling. So already out there getting bookings, facing main guys like Tim Donst. I believe Tim Donst has even wrestled for Evolve before. I want to say he's wrestled for Evolve. I'm not too sure. So he's definitely out there getting bookings, and I want to see him back at CWF.
Good for him.
Well,
I'm glad that.
This reminded me of a conversation we had after watching this match. We were all hell bent on a guy like Nakamura going to NXT. How are they going to get him over? What's Vince going to do? What kind of gimmick?
I can't wait to get into the promos for him tonight with you.
Yeah, right. Karate chop. So we all said at one point on a show together, what they need to do is put him in the ring with AJ on a big stage like WrestleMania and have a match. That would get him over, right?
Too late.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't need that character right away just to get your name out there, to get over. Prime example, Chip Day hooks up with Trevor Lee and puts on a 45-minute friggin' classic in some little arena down there with you, White, and now he's getting bookings. So sometimes just wrestling does work.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That
all
goes back to lack of build. Nowadays we live in an era, and maybe this was about a year ago or 2 years ago when Daniel Bryan was hitting it big, But we live in an era now where, look at what they're doing with Nakamura. The artist known as Nakamura. It's an art form now.
Hey, I watched 5 guys in the NEW arena in Bethany get booked by Ring of Honor in the last 2 years. So
there you go. And based off
that's
of,
the kind of thing that happens.
Based off of no build,
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Chip Day won't go to Ring of Honor next. Chip Day may go to Evolve, next. God damn, book fucking Trevor Lee for.
Yeah. Can I just say this again? How stupid is Jeff Jarrett? Seriously, listen.
Here's the thing.
He brought back Scott Steiner. Case closed.
It's not just
God.
Jeff Jarrett's fault.
Closed.
I agree with you guys, but the thing is, he was already getting booked like shit by the Hardys. The fucking Hardys booked this guy to fucking dance with goddamn Hurricane Helms in a 3-count spot during the damn fucking Apocalypto bullshit.
White, but the thing is, Jarrett comes in, and the first thing I said,
the Hardys are booking.
He should have
TV.
He should have repeated.
They booked that.
He should have repeated history, man.
They booked that. Wait a minute. I'm going to go back to what he just said. That whole tag team Apocalypto, which featured a lot of CWF guys, the Sandwich Squad, who are the tag team champions, winner of the Canelo Cup, they were in that.
They booked Scott Steiner in that?
No.
Okay.
Fuck Scott Steiner. I'm not even talking about Scott Steiner. What I'm talking about is going back to Trevor Lee and how you think Jarrett's an idiot. Before Jarrett even came in, the Hardy Boys did that whole tag team Apocalypto thing at the Hardy compound. And
but that's not my point.
They were trying to save the company.
But what I'm
with their own money.
What I'm saying is, your point is, why doesn't Jeff Jarrett push Trevor
How
Lee
could you
more
compare
instead
the
of
Hardys
booking
to
like
Jeff Jarrett? Come on.
No. I'm comparing the booking of Trevor Lee. They were booking him like shit before Jarrett came in. They're booking him like shit now. So
yes, but you're right though. But the point. Hey, hang on, AC. But the point was what you just said. Yeah, why not just push him up and build around him instead of pushing him down and building over him?
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, AC.
Can we take a steaming pile on Raw before we close out tonight?
Oh, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Except for the main event. The main event was actually pretty fucking good in my opinion, but we'll get there.
I marked out for the Miz win. I was hoping for that Miz.
And the crowd woke the fuck up during that main event. But
yeah,
that was weird. That was the weirdest crowd I've seen all year, to me. But anyway.
What's
guys,
our
I'm going to go
Ventura's Twitter handle? What the fuck does he call himself on Twitter?
Who's that?
Who's
our boy, Robert Ventura, whatever his name is.
The Steamtown Stunner,
a.k.a. Peach Killer Jr.
Peach Killer Stunner.
The Peach Killer Stunner. I'm sorry, Robert.
He's the Peach Killer? You're a Peach Killer too?
No, our point is the Steamtown Stunner is right up there with Peach Killer. But anyway, hashtag Melvin Dassey.
No, Robert tweeted me tonight about the main event, about the match would be good when I was kind of taking my dump on that stupid fucking promo that Rollins, Balor, Ambrose, and the Miz cut. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Balor on the mic. I could take or leave Ambrose. I like Rollins as a heel personally. And I love the Miz on the mic. I love the Miz. But since they've put the Miz on Raw, the Miz sucks again. I don't want to see the Miz. I don't want to hear the Miz, even though I was glad he won. But they took everything the Miz has done on SmackDown and totally destroyed it. Because the Miz was the most entertaining fucking thing on SmackDown for 6 months.
Isn't that not what Robert Wells said in the Payback post-game show, which you can hear on 1650 PWAM? Robert Wells said the exact same fucking thing last night. But anyway, Edwards, you said you were going to go take a break.
He's a smart guy. Robert Wells, you're a smart motherfucker.
Did we lose Edwards to a coffee break here?
Edwards?
I believe so. We'll get into Raw in just a minute.
He was like, he goes,
guys, I'm going to take a
shit break.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Ace. Well, he's taking a break. I'm gonna pose this question to you. Going back to CWF for just a second. Based off of this match, this is the first time you've ever watched anything CWF wise, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Based off of this match and what you saw tonight, will you be watching more?
Yes.
Will you be every Wednesday at 9 o'clock? They post it. Follow them on Twitter at CWF Mid Atlantic.
Want me to watch it every Wednesday?
Every single Wednesday they post a show.
I will. I'll put you this way. I'm intrigued by what they're doing.
And I will tell you, this was a good starting point. They've put up another, episode, or I think since this, or no, they haven't, because this has only been out a week. But they will Wednesday. This Saturday they had 80s night at the CWF Sportatorium. The referees wore the classic blue dress shirt and black bow ties. The cameramen were wearing blue jumpsuits with CWF production on the back of them, just like WWE used to do.
Old school Raw.
It was a very, not even that. They called the first half of it Superstars of the Mid-Atlantic or something like that. And the second end of it was Saturday Night CWF. So it was everybody came out to 80s themes. Fucking Trevor Lee came out to In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. So
nice.
I mean,
no, honestly, from what I saw, I'm intrigued by what they're doing.
Another thing is go back and
you
watch.
could critique things, but I think they're doing a lot of good things. More good things than bad. Absolutely.
Another
What
thing.
was Lee dressed up as?
Lee was not dressed up as anybody. Lee was dressed up as Lee. There's a guy in the promotion who is their Rising Generation League champion. And by Rising Generation League, I mean you can only compete for that belt if you've been in the business for under 5 years, or under 3 years, I believe it is. So he's the guy whose mom is in the crowd, and he's telling his mom to shut up. He has a very much a karate style gimmick. He's from
the guy has his mom in the crowd.
He's from the Bushido Dojo.
I love that.
And he came out to "You're the best around," and even threw.
Whoa!
I told you. I told him.
Whoa!
I told him.
Whoa!
TK.
He came out to what?
Oh, the
You heard
TK.
him.
Yeah, he did. Well, dude, it was for 80s night.
Came out to what?
Oh, here we go. Grandma came in, shit the fucking bed.
Hold on.
We've disgraced the name of TK O'Ryan.
Can we get this gentleman's Twitter? And I need to tweet this to my boy TK because he needs to handle this himself.
Don't do it until the match
there's
airs.
only one best around.
At CC Justice 13 is Kane Justice's Twitter. In fact, if you watch the
and I'm going to start a Twitter war while we're on the air.
No,
right
don't
now.
do it. Don't do that because it'll get us in hot water with the promotion. I don't want to get blackballed. Second of all, it was a gimmick. It was a gimmick. Of course you do because you don't have to come down to Carolina and watch the shit. I want to. Another thing is,
I'm true to my dude. What's his Twitter handle again? Edwards.
I'm not giving it out again.
Was it at CC what? Davis? No.
Davis.
No, it wasn't
Kane
Davis.
But another thing is you got to understand. I'm
just going to re-listen and do it anyway.
No, hold on. Give me a second here. It's only a one-time thing. It was 80s night. It was a fucking gimmick, and I'm sure TK
there were a
will see it
lot
as
of
such.
songs in the 80s. There were tons of songs. You don't
But
be
it
using
fit-
TK O'Ryan.
Hold on, though. I guarantee you, Kane
Why
Justice.
would you take advantage of a guy who has a broken leg?
He doesn't. It's not about TK O'Ryan. I guarantee
yes,
you.
everything
And
is.
here's another thing. I guarantee you, it's a gimmick. It's a one-time thing. It fit Kane Justice on that night, and it'll probably never be used again.
All right, Google Kane Justice and find his Twitter handle.
It's at CC Justice 13. Don't get me in hot water. Don't put my name in this shit. But it was a fucking amazing fucking sight to see that. It was funny. You got a hell of a pop.
At Justice 13.
And here's what kills me. I guarantee you, TK O'Ryan's gonna reply back with, "Oh, let him fucking use it."
No, we're gonna have fun.
Oh, TK will have fun with it.
Oh God. Oh God. I'm gonna tag some right now. I'm gonna put on Twitter right now. AC trying to get shit started between fucking Kane Justice for the use of "You're the best around."
Hopefully he calls him a Melvin.
Like TK's the only wrestler to ever come out to that fucking theme. Give me a break. Anyway,
He's the best around, White.
he probably is, but on that night it fit the gimmick. So fuck it, you know.
Oh, gimmick, schmimmick, White.
Oh, gimmick schmimmick.
White, let's talk more about Trevor Lee. I have seen the
Where
light,
did you
White.
go?
I gotta tell you.
Did you go take a shit? And you left us.
No, actually, I went
Coffee?
to get a coffee.
Coffee
Yeah.
break.
No, that's only Rick Hendricks who does that.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, he'll take. Yeah, he.
And no, he would have stayed on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with his iPad. He probably would have wanted me to put him on camera while doing it. But anyway.
White, let's talk about Trevor Lee more. Seriously.
Can we go back to Raw?
We will in a second.
Trevor, here. This is my last thing I'm going to say about Trevor Lee. Trevor, follow the buzzards.
AC, I do like it, man. I do like that. I could see it.
Follow the buzzards.
Oh, God.
Get your fireflies ready.
Let's
Have
play.
sex.
Let's.
Have sex with Sister Abigail. Do whatever you got to do.
Oh yeah. Let's play a game. Is Trevor Lee better then? All right. I'm just gonna give you 3. I'll give you 3. Is Trevor Lee better than?
So I can be an asshole now.
No, I'm going over. Is Trevor Lee better than Finn Balor? Yes or no?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I've seen more Trevor Lee matches than I have Finn Balor matches. I'll put it to you that way.
Well,
So,
just based upon what you've
Can I
seen.
comment on that one?
Absolutely, comment.
Go ahead, AC. I'll follow your lead on this one.
If you include the entrance, I would say no.
You would say no.
Because the entrance is over.
Okay, let's not include the entrance.
I'm gonna say. See, you can't really factor shit. Are you talking about just in-ring ability, look, and all that? Because if that's the case, you can't factor entrances. You can't factor crowd reaction because it's apples and oranges.
If you were starting a promotion today, who would you rather have?
There you go. There you go.
That's the question.
We'll keep it there. So Trevor or Finn, if you're starting.
I'll take Balor just because of what you tweeted me. Your 13-year-old stepdaughter or daughter, that's Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Said it tonight. Even my girl looked at him and goes, yeah, even my girl, but she didn't go that far.
They want to lick those fucking washboard abs, bro.
I mean, my girl's sitting there tonight watching Raw with me, and she fucking could care less about wrestling. She watched it just because it was on. And she goes, I have to admit, he is kind of pretty. Looking at Balor. But yet she's a huge fucking Trevor Lee mark. She loves. In fact, when we go to CWF shows, I drag her with me. She comes out of the goodness of her own heart. Bless her for it. But we're sitting there watching the matches. She'll clap when, shit happens. But when Trevor Lee comes out, her fucking nipples get hard and she perks the fuck up, And you know what?
Is Trevor Lee better than Austin Aries?
I'm going to say they're about the same.
I say he's better.
You say
I
Lee,
say he's better.
Lee is better than Aries? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I said it.
Well, you're
That's going on
right
Twitter. That's going on Twitter right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Oh, man. I say they're about on par.
Oh.
AC's going to have to break the tie here. See where he goes.
Austin Aries?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen enough. I'll be honest. I haven't seen enough.
All right, so you're going to reserve.
Austin Aries is come on, dude.
What about him? He looks weirder than Trevor to me, I think, with that weird beard and that haircut, whatever the hell that is.
I know, but if you look at what he did in TNA, what he did in Ring of Honor.
Breaking news! Kane Justice sent a reply. Just one word. One word for you. Who?
Wait. How many Ring of Honor titles has he won?
Ring of Honor is like
dude.
being a manager of Sonic, if you ask Bruce Pritchard. So.
Is TK in that tweet?
I'm sure he will be.
Oh.
Just me. I'm not even gonna respond for my dude.
I gotta
'cause he can
retweet
take care of
that.
himself.
AC's booking shows now.
Listen,
Kane
my dude can
Justice
take
versus
care of himself right
Hey.
now. Like I'm all set. TK will take care. Have you heard TK O'Ryan on Cool Down with AC? Come on,
Here's
bro.
what Kane said.
TK O'Ryan, listen, TK O'Ryan is one of the best interviews you can get.
Kane Justice cut a hell of a promo. Kane Justice cut promos on Twitter tonight. I retweet. I put my reply to that was it was only for 80s night and it fit his and I tagged him. It fit his gimmick for the night. And Kane goes, I mean, it kind of fits my life. It's lonely up here. Oh.
Okay. It's lonely up here.
At the top,
Listen,
meaning at the top.
I'm not going to respond for my
You're
dude. I'm
rising.
just going to let him do his
Hold
thing.
on,
He'll do his thing. He'll get
I
it.
Keep in
just,
mind,
I
you
just,
talk
I
about
just
titles.
plant the
You
seed.
talk about titles.
I just plant the seed, and I let TK do his thing.
We're sounding
Because
like
anybody
busted
who's
open here.
listening to TK talking about cool down with AC, they know that I don't need to talk for TK.
Edwards,
All I got to do is say 2 words, and TK goes.
Edwards, we're sounding like busted open here, aren't we? I got to say this right here. Remember, talk about titles. Remember, Kane Justice is your Rising Generation League champion. I'll put it to you this way, another way. Here, hold on. A year and a half ago, Kane Justice was a baby-faced referee. And you can go back and watch CWF Worldwide a year and a half ago where he's refereeing, and then watch him now. That's all I'm going to say.
Danny Davis.
That's all I'm going to say.
He's a Danny Davis. White, that's before your time.
Oh, Dangerous Danny Davis, the wrestling referee.
Yes, you know him.
Part of Jimmy Hart's gang.
That's right. Trevor Lee
Kane
or
Justice
Alberto.
tonight throwing hands on Twitter. That's all I'll say. Oof. I did not expect that. I didn't expect to get a reply. I don't see a reply.
Kane opened up a can of worms.
I don't see your boy on Twitter that quickly responding to his fans.
Just wait.
Oh, I shouldn't have to wait. Why are we having to wait? Why are we having to wait? Kane Justice
maybe
replying
my
inside
dude is
of 2
sleeping
minutes.
because he's been rehabbing his broken leg all day. Maybe that's why.
He's got that broken leg. He's got plenty of time to send
when your
out a tweet.
Twitter feed explodes and TK goes to work, I just don't cry. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm looking forward to it, actually, because, hey, if anything, it puts...
Don't worry, Bobby Ventura's on your side again.
If anything...
He's mad at me because I forgot his name for a second.
If anything, it's putting Kane Justice over. It's getting Kane Justice some notoriety. It's getting CWF Mid-Atlantic some notoriety. A lot of guys over. So, thank you for that. Anyway, I'm sure
You're
Kane
welcome,
thanks
Kane
you
Justice. Kane Justice, we're making you famous right now, baby. Hey, I've been trying to book badges for TK for like 2 years.
Don't start, man. Hell and have no fury like a mama scorn. You'll have Kane's mama throwing blows at you now.
That's true.
His mama's going to attack your son.
I ain't scared of his mom. Listen, if his mama got to do his fighting for him, he shouldn't have the best around
He's attacking Kane's
Stop
mom.
having your mom doing your promos for you, bro.
Oh! Hey, it's gotten over. Oh, shit. Anyway, tonight's Raw.
We can have a tag match. TK and AC. TK with a broken leg versus Kane and his mom.
Yeah, I never saw Mrs. Orion cut a promo. I'll say that.
Would you put that up there with Judy Bagwell?
We'll have the Dragon Lady come down.
Honestly, I think it's better than the Judy Bagwell thing. At least this makes sense. Having Judy Bagwell out there didn't make a lick of fucking sense.
I just wish TK was awake right now because this is gonna be so. Why did we do this like 2 hours ago? He's probably asleep.
Wake your ass up, Orion.
I want to text him and be like, TK, check your Twitter.
Kane Justice doesn't know who Kane. You're gonna be like Kane Justice is cutting
like,
promos.
You're
gonna be like Kane Justice is cutting promos, and he's gonna have the same reply Kane had. Who? Anyway, now let's talk about Raw. Now that we've fucking gotten blackballed from every indie promotion in the U.S.
Now that we're talking about guys who aren't on TV and guys who are, let's segue into Raw.
It's not on TV right now, Mr. Broken Leg. Anyway. Flippy
you on pay-per-view.
A lot of good that flippity flu got you. Bang on the damn ring thing.
Hey, White, no pressure, but Chip Day retweeted the 1650 tweet about Thursday night. So
he did.
Yes.
Why didn't I get a mention on that? Hold on.
Thank you.
I didn't tag you in it.
Oh, okay.
We'll all share it. Thank you, Chip Day.
No, wait, maybe I did. I did do it. I did. You should have a notification there.
How long ago was that?
Chip Day ago.
Chip Day
will stay on my good side as long as he doesn't use the best around.
Oh. Fucking getting. I can't believe of all things that tickle your fucking asshole, the entrance theme.
On.
Listen,
you brought that up to Edwards, and he said bring it up on his show because you both knew I was going to go off.
Dude,
about it.
I honestly
act all innocent now.
I had forgotten. Honestly, here's the God's honest truth.
I didn't know that was gonna get you going.
Here's the
You knew
God's.
the minute you said that, what I was gonna do.
Here's the God's honest truth.
You're gonna live with it now.
Here's the God's honest truth. I mentioned that to to Edwards the other night, and he goes,
And he told you exactly what
"Yes,
I
he
was
did."
gonna do.
But here's the thing: here live, I've forgotten all about that, and I just mentioned it because I was putting over the '80s night gimmick, and then I was like, "Oh shit! What did I just do?"
Yep. I told him,
He
AC. I
told
said
me.
that's
Edwards word. Well,
Yep.
come on. As soon as you mention the best around, the first thing that goes in my head, come on.
And then even, because it fit the gimmick, as soon as the bell rang in that match, I was like, "Sweep the leg, Kane!" I mean, everybody in the arena heard me and just started laughing. So
Yeah, we were doing that 2.5 years ago.
it fit the gimmick. Anyway,
Listen, the last time we saw TK, when he came in after the unfortunate injury, when he was in the ring at Northeast Wrestling, we actually sang the song to him after the music came off. And I know, Joe, that's very
And
English,
y'all
and
call
very
me a
folk
mark?
tale and drives you crazy, but we did it.
TK!
You're the best around.
And every time
Nothing's gonna keep me down.
now
You're the
I have a
best
counter.
around.
Every time y'all
Nothing's
fucking,
gonna ever keep you down.
every time now y'all go, "Trevor Lee," I'm just gonna start singing, "You're the best around."
I mean, I gave you some ammo there.
This is why we're so good together. This is why this is good radio. 1650 PWAM, Pro Wrestling and more. Anyway.
This is
Anyway.
like
Raw.
remember East Coast versus West Coast rap. This is like North South.
Northeast
wrestling.
versus South. The South shall rise. No. Anyway. Let's talk about Raw. What a shit show this was.
Oh,
How did it start, White? Because I just, my God. It was,
I gotta go look it up.
a half hour of
What
the,
we heard about
of the
is
women.
We got to look at Alexa and
Oh, man.
fucking Emma.
Dude, that was good. I liked it because it put Alexa Bliss is so
Dude.
fucking
She's
good.
tremendous.
She's a stud, man.
She's tremendous.
She is.
Alexa Bliss is everything they want Charlotte to be.
Now
and
I
isn't.
know.
Yes.
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 Amen to that. Because here's the thing, and she even made a comment: the Queen is dead. And they're on separate brands, and it was fucking tremendous.
She's right about that though.
Yeah.
Because they try to make
She
Raw
took
the fucking
Charlotte's
show.
spot, dude. Even no matter Raw, SmackDown, wherever Charlotte Flair is, it doesn't fucking matter. Alexa Bliss, as of tonight, has taken over as the #1 female in that fucking company, if not the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking.
I'm an Alexa Bliss mark now.
Me
I'm just
too.
gonna say it. Yep.
You know, it was a total scripted segment, but you talk about when you talk about Roman, looking at the crowd and smirking, that's apparently going off script. Bliss has now, at least for 2 weeks in a row.
Why you gotta bring the big dog in?
We'll talk about the big dog later because
What's there to say? They don't put him on TV anymore. What are you gonna talk about?
Hold on. Let me finish though. My point of this was, Bliss for 2 weeks now has gone off script and shut that fucking crowd down. And it works when she does it. It's fucking better when she does it.
2 weeks now?
2 weeks in a row now.
Probably more than that.
You're probably right, but I've only noticed it for the last 2 weeks.
It's actually kind of Roman-like what she does.
Mm-hmm.
A quick little comment.
Not even a comment. It was, just... Even like last week when the crowd started doing that what shit to her and she's like, "Losers say what?" What? Everybody, it's fucking amazing.
Melvin Dassey's.
Exactly.
It's kind of Roman-like. Yeah, I agree.
So, Alexa Bliss, did even the deal where, she backed up into Nia Jax. That was so scripted, but she fucking made it work. Oh my God, did she ever make it work tonight? She took chicken shit and made chicken salad.
Can I play devil's advocate with Alexa Bliss right now?
Go ahead. Why would you want to? It's Alexa Bliss, man, with that ass. Oh my God.
Hold on for a second. Alexa Bliss is tremendous, and I love Emma because she looks like a little slut that we lost when Paige is not on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. Well, here's the other side of this whole thing. What they've done with Alexa Bliss has kind of fucking killed Bayley.
The problem with that is, I don't think so. In fact, if anything, they've done right by Bayley by doing this. Because Bayley is much better chasing. That character.
What is wrong with having a champion carry the title for a fucking year?
There's nothing wrong with that, but the problem was they booked Bayley like shit up until now.
Okay, since they've called it the women's title, it's changed hand, 14 times?
Well, that has nothing to do with it. The title has nothing to do with it. The way
I think it does, though.
When she was down in NXT, when Bayley was down in NXT, the way they booked her was amazing. And then they bring her up into NXT or up to the main roster, and they turned her into a real, they turned her from the girl next door who fights for what's right and everything to the fucking. They turned her into a Melvin Dassey, pretty much.
Come on.
Nah.
And now
honestly, this is the honest to God's truth. They've done better with Bayley with staying true to who she was than any other fucking bitch they brought up from NXT.
Agreed.
Not Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is. I can't. If you go back and look at her character in NXT and look now, you can't tell the difference.
I feel the same way about both of them.
If anything,
That's I
it's
agree.
better. If anything, it's better on the main roster. I can't say that for Bayley.
Yeah, because you go only by crowd reaction. Oh,
Here we
crowd
go.
popped when Alexa
No,
Bliss.
hold on. The crowd,
Alexa Bliss
the
gave her
crowd
little
has nothing to do with
fucking
it.
move.
The crowd
so
has
all the little smart marks in the crowd reacted to it. So Alexa Bliss is the best.
The crowd has nothing to do with it here.
Oh, come on, dude.
But anyway, the segment was fucking great. It led into a 6-man.
Wait, I want to call it great. Honestly, I was watching it, and the whole time I was like, when is Bayley going to fucking spear her and fuck her up? And finally
it happened. And it was good.
It was the fucking time they did it.
It was good.
But it was good. Yeah, it was good. It was long, though.
Honestly, would you have rather seen this, or would you rather have seen a fucking 20-minute Seth Rollins promo?
And I see microphone in people's hands more than I see wrestling especially this day and age, where it's scripted and the people with the stick in their hand aren't as talented as they were 10, 12 years ago. It's not going to be a good show. I'm sorry, it's not. They need to take the microphone, less microphone, more wrestling, more altercations,
I'll agree.
Less fucking reviews. Like, how many times do we need to see Braun Strowman beat the fuck out of Roman Reigns a month ago? How many times? I've seen it so much, I can't stand the sight of it anymore. How many times do I need to see it?
I'll agree with that. Honestly, why didn't they?
It's a promo show, a talk with the microphone show, a review show, a replay show, and then maybe for the last 15 minutes we'll give you a wrestling match.
I'll agree with that.
Ah, man, wait, I got to jump in here. Wow, AC, I know what you're saying, because I would say I like microphone if it has meaning, okay? But dude, all the matches they had on tonight, I couldn't give a shit about, except for the main event. Like they gotta stop with the cruiserweights. They gotta stop.
Honestly, here's what kills
those are the only matches you're getting. You're getting matches with no story, and then they're trying to give you the story with the microphone or with the replays.
The opening segment, though, kind of made sense because it was supposed to be Nia Jax and Alexa versus Bayley and Sasha. The opening segment, they turned that into a 6-man. Now everybody's involved.
You know what my second favorite part of Raw tonight was? When Enzo and Kaz were about to go into their spiel again, and fucking Gallows and Anderson jumped in the ring and beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And then they had the stupid they got over on him anyway. But the fact that they just stopped it, I was like, finally, somebody fucking stopped it once. Thank fucking Christ.
So so Nia Jax, Bliss, Emma, and Alicia. Why Alicia is there? I don't know. That's my only complaint.
All those women, right? All those women, you could have got 2-3 segments out of them. You get one segment, you get one match, first half hour of the show, and then you get 3 fucking cruiserweight segments.
Yeah, that was the pacing of the show,
bad,
the booking. It was bad booking except for the main event. The main event made sense.
Why can't Nia Jax have a feud with
with Mickey
right now?
Or Mickey.
Thank you.
Or something. And listen, Alicia Fox, she was just like thrown in there because they needed an 8th girl.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm looking at Alicia Fox and I'm like, why are you here?
And yet Asuka's still sitting down in NXT.
So,
But
yeah, there's another one. There you go.
you know, why can't
But
Nia
you know
be
what?
feuding
You know
with
what they're
Mickey
gonna do?
James? You know.
You know what they're gonna do with her? The first thing she goes into is gonna be with the fucking Golden Girl Charlotte.
Either that, or they're gonna fuck her, make her be Nakamura's geisha
No, they're
girl.
gonna make her. Listen, it's like Edwards
pop
called
for
this.
that.
No, listen, hold on. Edwards called this at the start of this fucking bullshit revolution, and he goes, "What did you say?" And I always sticks it out of my mind when I look at this wrestler. Becky is
You're
going
talking
to be
about
the
Becky's.
one
Yep.
is lost in the sauce, and every time they make any of these moves, Becky becomes the one who's lost in the sauce every time.
If you want to get in on the conversation with us, feel free to use the YouTube chat room. We are live on YouTube right now. Thank you very much for listening. 1650 PWAM. Jeff, if anybody tweets at us, please feel free to read that. I'm on Twitter at Joe Pillow to Post. You can send us an email, pillowtopost1650@yahoo.com. Go ahead and continue with the SAC.
All right, here I got one for you guys. Now, I didn't dislike what they did with Roman and Strowman last night because I thought it kind of played into what we talked about where they didn't sell it enough, but having Braun win at least sold the beatdown, which they had to do at some point, so they sold that. But how do you not at least have Strowman on Raw tonight?
Yeah, that's the part that I didn't buy.
I just don't understand
because
that.
they got to sell the Wile E. Coyote bit from last night's Raw Talk episode. That's the only problem I had with last night.
I didn't even know that fucking happened.
Either did I.
Replay.
Yeah, because nobody sticks around for Raw Talk.
About watching that fucking Talk is Raw show.
Hey guys, I don't want to derail this where this is going, but I had a thought during Payback last night that I really wanted to get your thoughts on.
Go ahead. Because we didn't get either of your thoughts on Payback. Last night it was me, Robert, and Robert. So.
All right, because now we're on Strowman and Roman, and it just jogged my memory.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's two parts.
Strowman
okay.
And Roman nail Alexa.
Roman Strowman. 2-part question.
How you doing, pal?
Goddamn, pal. Their name's got to rhyme. Go ahead, Edwards.
Are you done?
Are yous?
TK respond yet?
Are you done?
Are yous done?
Are you done?
What kind of Hollywood talk is that?
I hope that is
TK responds before we go.
I hope so too. Is it bad that I don't want to get blackballed, but I'm kind of curious to see where this goes? Go ahead, Edwards.
I'm gonna brung it now. You ready?
Brung it?
Yep. Is it time to turn Roman heel because the crowd just will not stop? The crowd refuses to stop being assholes.
Yes.
No.
Yes, young.
They're beating him down. Braun's beating him down, and as he's limping out, bloody, they're chanting, "Thank you, Braun."
Come join me on the dark side.
The crowd is ruining the show.
Okay, so the minute you flip it, they cheer Roman.
I don't think they will.
Strowman.
I don't think they will.
Fuck them.
But here's the thing, ASIC, because this was my thought. If that happens, you turn him and they start cheering. I was thinking of this, okay? And you tell me if this would work to boo him as a heel. Put the club together, but instead of having Balor lead it, have Roman Reigns lead it. Would the Smarks turn on him just like that?
I don't know.
Because,
honestly,
dude, honestly...
They would turn on the club idea. It would never fucking get over again if Roman left
Here's
it.
Here's why I'm going to disagree with that.
Okay.
As much as you guys think, as much as you think people know the Bullet Club, I don't know that, what was there, 13,000 in there last night?
Yeah.
I don't know if that other 10,000 knows who the fucking Bullet Club is.
They might
really knows. And that's my problem with it.
But those are the people that are booing. The people that know the club are the people that are booing Roman.
Right, but here's the other issue.
Okay.
I saw Balor 3 times tonight do maneuvers and look for a crowd reaction and get none.
I saw it too. I noticed it too.
Okay? AJ's over not because of the Bullet Club. AJ's over because it's AJ Styles. And I think that's why they've been lukewarm on Doc and Carl, because I think everybody jumped on board because of the reaction AJ got, and they just associated with Bullet Club. When I think AJ may be more over for what he did in TNA than even what he did in the Bullet Club.
I got to say, then, if that's not the fix, man, I got to say, I'm getting tired of watching because of this crowd. This crowd is so goddamn annoying.
No, this is what I would do.
I can't stand it, dude.
This is what they need to do. Stay the course. Don't let the crowd change the course. Just stay the fucking course. Forget the Goldbergs and all that bullshit. Stay the course. Because you cannot get this idea, let them get over naturally. No, because they changed their mind on a dime. So don't worry. Just do what you do and stay the course.
Dude, I would think that this crowd would have ran out of gas booing Roman already.
Nope. And I told y'all it was
they're
going to
not
happen.
running out of gas.
Cool thing to do.
It's ruining the show, though. It's ruining the show for me watching it. I can't stand. Dude, if they do another match with these two guys, they're pushing Braun as a heel. The announcers are trying to get him over as a heel, and all you hear is cheers. And it's so goddamn annoying. Like, I don't even want to watch it.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Reverse the scenario, and the crowd flips the script on you. What do you do?
You got to find a way to piss off the crowd again.
I see where AC's coming from on this, but
here's what you do. If you're gonna do that, turn him heel and put the title right back on him right away.
Okay.
And have him crush everyone. What you should do with Strowman and have him crush everyone, have Reigns do it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem, AC.
If that doesn't work,
here's the problem. I can only see the it's the cool thing to do. I agree with that.
It is the cool thing.
Hold on, let me finish. I agree with that partly, but honestly.
Well, let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Before you say it, let me ask you one question.
No, let me finish, dude.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead. Ask your fucking question so I can just revert it back to where I'm going.
Answer it honestly. Do you think Roman Reigns really sucks that bad?
Yes. His in-ring work blows.
Come on, you're crazy, bro.
Didn't you just put him over last night saying that you sold?
Because I put over the booking last night.
Oh
no, you said Roman
night,
proved he could sell.
Yeah, he sold last night.
Pay-per-view match. I listened to that crowd mark the fuck out when he sold the Survivor Series.
Here's the thing, though, man.
Out when he sold the Royal Rumble, he sells WrestleManias. He sold the WrestleMania with the Undertaker. Your own admission.
WrestleMania sells itself.
Every time he sells a match, you guys say he sucks. It was the booking, but you all complain about the fucking booking.
The booking last night and the booking today was good.
He is not treated fairly.
No, hold
Just
on.
admit it. He's not treated fairly.
Here's my point to that, though. With John Cena, yes. If they were to turn John Cena heel and John Cena hit the nail on the head when it came to John Cena. If they turn John Cena heel, the people who are cheering him or booing him are just going to cheer.
Too.
Hold on. You're right about that, but hold on a minute. I think Roman Reigns is actually the exception to the rule with this. I honestly think if they were to turn him heel right now, it would get worse. The boos would get worse.
A little bunch of bitches who don't get their way, so they cry about it. That's what it is.
So they're supposed to just eat what McMahon feeds them? And not have a say in where the product goes?
You've eaten your whole life, though, Joe. You've ate what McMahon has fed you your whole life.
No, hold on.
Why does it change with Roman Reigns?
Stone Cold Steve Austin is a fucking product of, hey, listening to the crowd and reacting.
2 years. He was big for 2 fucking years.
Biggest 2 years of the business.
Okay, but he still was 2 years.
Biggest 2 years of the business. Doesn't matter.
I'll tell you this right now, in this climate right now, after 2 years, this fucking crowd would have turned on Stone Cold too. Because you're telling me Stone Cold is that great?
They tried to turn him heel and it didn't work. They kept cheering him.
In this climate, he said. In this climate, they would turn.
this climate, as athletic as Roman Reigns is, as the stories he's told on pay-per-view matches, and we could don't go down the list of them. And if you watch them clear-headedly without a bias, Roman Reigns has done some pretty goddamn good fucking work. But nobody will give him credit for it now because they want to associate him with John Cena and associate him with the guy that McMahon wants to shove down your throat.
Booking, yeah.
Yeah, you have a perfect heel. You have a perfect heel for Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, who they're trying to push as a babyface, who caught another shit fucking boring promo tonight. Like, oh, we have our ups and downs.
Yeah, that was horse shit.
Down, and this is my up. You wanna know what I like about Seth Rollins when he came out and he was like, "Fuck you, crowd. I'm fucking Seth Rollins. You suck. I'm awesome. I'm the fucking man." That's the Seth Rollins people want to see. So why would you ever change that? They have fucking Triple H and The Rock right there. Maybe not in the same way because these guys just don't have the mic skills that those two guys had, but they have a natural feud with Reigns and Seth Rollins, who they never done right by ever. And they're trying to push them both as faces right now when Seth Rollins is a natural fucking heel.
My whole thing about last night was after they gave Strowman the win, which AC you said they would, and I had no confidence that they were going to do that. They give him the win. They give him the win, and not only do they give him the win, they let him beat down Roman, and the crowd is still unhappy at Roman Reigns.
The crowd was still cheering it. They were cheering the beat down.
No, at Roman Reigns, Joe. Fucking listen.
Okay.
They're still unhappy with Roman Reigns. So what do you want? Let's put Roman Reigns in the middle of a ring. Let's put him in the middle of a ring and launch a nuclear bomb on him because that's all the crowd wants, and it's ruining the damn show.
The problem is they don't want to see him at all. They don't want to see him as a babyface. They don't want to see him as a heel. They don't want to see him at all. Send his ass somewhere else.
Where is this somewhere else you want to send him? And if they don't want to see him, like you say,
who do they want to see?
Why does he have all these other things?
I don't get it.
They don't want to see him at all.
No, because it's a vocal minority of a bunch of bitches.
It's not a minority anymore, though.
It absolutely is, because the week before when Roman Reigns wasn't on the show and they had that stupid fucking match with Kalisto and that stupid fucking let me push the garbage dumpster off the ramp. All those same people that booed Roman Reigns shit on that fucking thing. They fucking took a steaming tile dump on it.
Because it was Kalisto and it was a dumpster.
Roman barely got a fucking reaction last week without Roman Reigns.
Dude, because it was Kalisto and it was a fucking dumpster. They shat on it because it was Kalisto. Nobody gives a fuck about Kalisto.
You're right. Want to know why? Because the only guy getting a reaction on that fucking show is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the only guy getting a reaction. Nobody cares about Finn Balor. They don't care about Seth Rollins. They don't care about Ambrose. They don't care about The Miz. They don't care about Strowman. The only guy anyone cares about, right, wrong, or indifferent, bad reaction or good reaction, is Roman fucking Reigns. He's the only guy getting a reaction.
The Electric City Saint goes on the Twitter or in the YouTube chat room. It's funny how how AC's show is called Cool Down with AC, but he gets so damn heated.
That's a great comment.
That's a good one.
That's how I do.
Hey, listen, the best part of it to me
I have nobody to get me fired up when I'm on by myself.
That's true. Yeah. You need us.
I'm out with you motherfuckers.
You need the fuel, man. You need the fuel. But here's the best part of it for me. Roman beats Taker. Kalisto beats Braun. Braun beats Roman. Yet the fans boo Roman Reigns like it's all his fault.
Here's another thing that kills me. Kalisto gets pushed off the stage in a fucking dumpster, and they're saying he's out for months. And
Vince McMahon came out tomorrow. They would all line up to suck his dick. They would line up and be like, "Oh, Vince, and he's the fucking guy booking it. He's the reason you hate Roman Reigns, but you'd rather boo Roman Reigns."
They chanted Roman sucks at him. They chanted Roman sucks at the man. What more do you want?
What more do you want? They cheered the guy who walked out. How many times have they cheered Cena sucks at Vince McMahon?
Not many.
Really?
Not many.
Not when Vince is out there directly. No.
They've never cheered Cena sucks in front of Vince McMahon.
Not at Vince McMahon. Not the way they did Roman sucks. Roman
Oh,
sucks.
Joe.
I've never heard it. Show me a clip.
They always
on,
do.
Joe.
They always do it right. Come on. You
They
know that.
just the minute you mention a guy's name, those pussies are chanting Cena sucks.
Here's what I don't get about this thing, and this is where the booking kind of ventured off and tonight was.
Yeah, they kept the only guy who gets a reaction on the show.
No. Hold
often.
on. Let me finish this. They tip a fucking name. They tip Roman Reigns in an ambulance. He's gone for 2 weeks. Comes back, little bit of tape on. Puts on a halfway decent match. I ain't gonna lie. The match last night with them was good.
Oh, he had more than a little tape on.
Well, anyway, you know what I mean.
He sold the injury.
Kalisto gets put in a dumpster that's probably, for all intents and purposes, filled with cardboard and padding. But the audience
nobody
doesn't know.
cares about Kalisto.
Hold on a minute, though. Gets strapped into a dumpster. Gets pushed off of a 3-foot stage. Which, come on, that was bullshit. We've all said it.
We all know that's bullshit.
And he's out for fucking months. We don't know when we're seeing Kalisto back again. He got pushed 3 feet off the stage.
Yeah, you know what?
Roman Reigns is in an ambulance that a motherfucker tipped the fuck over.
We should blame that entire scenario on Roman Reigns,
fault.
and we should boo him and say he sucks and say he's never done anything great in wrestling. Even though all these assholes are booing him now. When he speared Rey Mysterio out of the fucking building at the Survivor Series match, we're marking the fuck out for Roman Reigns. They forget that one.
That's because they were sick and tired of Rey.
He eliminates 12 guys. He's in the ring with Batista alone. We want Roman Reigns. We love Roman Reigns. Roman, please win. Fuck, Batista won. What the fuck? And then we're going to flip our script on Roman Reigns.
They wanted Daniel Bryan to win that year. And they knew they weren't getting Daniel Bryan by that point, so they're like, fuck, we might as well cheer on the guy who's going to be here full time.
The crowd is a bunch of bitches. Thank you.
No.
Say he's right, White.
He's right to a certain extent.
No, say he's right. Say he's right.
To a certain extent, he's
right.
By
a lot, dude.
He just said earlier Finn Balor was looking for a pop after moves and he didn't get it. So they're already turning on that guy.
There's two
they weren't interested in Balor in the first place. Get that right.
You mentioned one of them, Alexa Bliss and Roman Reigns.
Here's the thing.
And all the rest of them get nothing.
Here's the thing. You mentioned Balor looking for moves. Their problem is, and this is not Roman's fault. It's not Vince's fault. And I've finally come around on this. And Robert Wells put it into perspective for me last night on the post show because I even posed the question to him. And I've known Robert since I was goddamn 12 years old or 13 years old, okay? So that crowd has never been behind Finn Balor. Why? Because the second we get a look at him, he's fucking injured. The second they got a look at him this time when he came back, he fucking gets a concussion, and
hey, listen, he's popped that collar pretty sweet tonight.
He's not put into a fucking mainstream program straight away. He didn't even have a match last night. He was on a fucking pre-show.
Okay.
Hey, by the way,
did you sour my point, brother? Come on.
Did you guys notice the blown spot by Balor? And I wouldn't be surprised if he had a concussion again.
No, I didn't notice it.
Tonight, yep.
I'll be honest, I missed half that main event because I was down here getting ready for the show.
Seth hit him with a cross body, and it was totally awkward off the top rope. And they showed the replay. Balor was standing too close, and instead of taking Seth's chest, he took Seth's knee against his head.
Here's my
and then he rolled out of the ring for 5 minutes. So I'm just saying, man.
There's a lot of spots with Balor, dude. Come on.
I know.
I'm with you. I
know.
Listen, and here's the other thing. Now that Bray's on Raw, is it going to be the new thing where just, the Bray Wyatt pop up at any point?
No.
Raw
Hold on.
Come on. All around.
No, the booking of that was good. And I'll tell you why. Don't interrupt me either. I'm going to tell you why. For once.
I'm going to listen.
For once in fucking years, we have a clear direction of where they're going and with who. As far as storylines, for the first time in fucking years, we have a clear direction.
Which time when he interrupted?
No, I don't get the fucking thing with Kurt Angle.
Okay.
That
okay,
was
thank you, because I don't
him.
get it either.
Well, that right there is there to fucking get Kurt Angle kind of shaken up and to look at Kurt Angle and go, "It's clear I'm not going to listen to you."
Okay. Did you like Jinder Mahal being involved in the pay-per-view last night?
Yes, because the booking of that was good. It gave
No,
direction to the product.
Yeah, because what it did was it allowed Randy to lose and Bray to win. That's all it did.
It made sense. It makes sense, but given the direction
it
that they're
makes
going,
sense when you're in this shaded fucking WWE way of watching wrestling.
It
makes
no,
sense.
hold on. They already booked the match between Randy and Jinder at the next pay-per-view.
Right, and that was their easy way out because
Why
they
not
didn't
have an
want
easy
either
way
guy to
out?
look bad.
Why not have an easy way out? Why would you want a guy to look bad if you're booking a promotion like this?
No, why wouldn't you want to get Bray Wyatt over at some point? I mean, or are they going to do it?
Because
sometime
Bray
this
Wyatt
century?
is going to a different fucking brand and could get over that on that brand.
Oh yeah,
He got over tonight.
When?
Let me finish though, man. You have a clear direction of where they're going now. For the first time in fucking years. And it's good. To me, it's decent. It's not the best thing they've ever done. It's not going to fucking cause AC to mark out. But it's good. It's decent. You kind of get behind. You can kind of get behind it. Hey, they're actually long-term booking for once. Last night, okay, we had Jinder steal, or the week before, we have Jinder steal the fucking title.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The second I realized that the match last night between Bray and Orton wasn't for the title, I'm like,
Okay, so you're
oh,
booking SmackDown, which has been
Hold
booked
on.
better since they had the
hold
brains.
on, let me finish, AC, before you interrupt me. God damn, dude. Anyway, you have a clear direction there. We knew Jinder was going to interfere in the match. I didn't expect the Bollywood boys to show up, but oh well. It was good. Good to get them on TV. They're a good tag team. I'm a fan. Anyway. So now we know that on the SmackDown side, you got Orton and Jinder. Are we kind of like, what the fuck, Jinder fucking Mahal? Really? Yes.
That screams WWE Championship to me.
Hold on, though. On the other hand, you kind of got to give them credit. It's different. You didn't see it fucking coming, and we're not getting Randy Orton, John Cena for the 500 fucking time. It's different. I could get behind.
It would have been better
different.
if they didn't job Jinder out for fucking 3 weeks in a row before. But
the
okay.
thing is, though, you can't look at it like that. You can't. You do, but I mean, my thing is, it's fucking.
Oh, I mean,
different.
I forgot. I gotta suspend my. Okay, I'm suspending my disbelief. All right, here we go.
It's different, dude. It's fucking different. What? I mean, fuck. Would you want Randy Orton, John Cena to come out? Would you want fucking Orton to show up this Tuesday?
John Cena's not there. He's not there. He's gone.
No, but he could be there if he wanted to be. Fuck.
Wait a minute. I got to make a point here.
Hold on,
AJ
let me
Styles not
finish.
carried that
Let me
title
finish
right now?
my
I mean,
point. Let me
AC
finish. Let me finish
did-
my point. You know where they're going for the fucking U.S. title? Does
You're still
AJ
talking about SmackDown. I'm worried about Raw.
I'm getting to Raw. Give me a fucking minute here.
Wait, don't get to Rock. I want to make a fucking point here, White. The last time the three of us were on, you defended the fact, or you didn't defend the fact that Mahal got the push and the secondary title were all main events.
Hold on.
So
here.
now you're defending it.
After the
You
booking
screamed about the U.S. title
yes,
being the
exactly.
number one
I
title on
did.
the show.
But the thing is, here it is a week later,
And
a set of shows
Jericho
later.
wins that match. That was even
Hold
better.
on hold on a minute here.
They booked a Raw pay-per-view for SmackDown.
Hold on a minute. Let me fucking finish my point here. When it comes to fucking the secondary titles, here they've done something with Mahal. They just haven't had Mahal be a fucking goof.
They booked Raw pay-per-views for SmackDown.
Dude, hold on. They booked the pay-per-view before the fucking shakeup, so they had no choice but to do it like this.
Oh yeah, they can't rewrite. Come on, dude.
So what, Joe? What did you see that changed your mind?
No.
What did I
want to
see?
hear his thoughts about Raw. I want to hear your thoughts about Raw.
I'm getting to Raw. Give me just a second here. It all kind of ties in together.
It's not supposed to, though. They're supposed to be
coming
separate
out of that
brands.
pay-per-view, it is separate, but coming out of the pay-per-view where they kind of fucking booked themselves into a corner, they fucking...
That's the first time they've done that in a while.
Anyway.
They always book them.
I know, I'm an asshole.
Joe, come on. Give me your Raw stuff. I don't... Listen, I know what they're doing with SmackDown. SmackDown's been booked better for months.
And it makes sense, but with Raw...
Yeah, but they booked a fucking Raw pay-per-view based around SmackDown.
With Raw, coming out of this match that they had tonight, good main event, Okay?
Good main event.
We
agree
now
it's a good main event.
we now know that The Miz is going to go off and feud with Dean Ambrose like they have been doing. Robert Wells even said it last night. Why the fuck is Miz? Why Miz and Ambrose wasn't on the pay-per-view last night? I'll never fucking know. But hey, we're getting it now. We're getting it now at the next one. Okay.
Okay.
That's a good direction. They're booking themselves ahead for once.
You got Rollins and
you got
Samoa
Rollins
Joe,
and Samoa Joe again. Again, giving guys something to do, setting directions. We're not booking on napkins and on our way to the shows.
Okay.
You got Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt. You gotta fucking admit, when Bray Wyatt showed up tonight, the crowd went apeshit.
Okay. So they're
Clear
going to cheer Bray Wyatt more than Finn Balor. Okay. The guy they're trying to get over.
No, they went apeshit in the fact of, oh my God, he's fucking. They booed Bray Wyatt tonight.
Okay. They booed Bray Wyatt.
They treated him as a heel. To me, I have faith that they're going to fucking boo Bray.
Let me ask both of you this question right now and answer honestly. Who's getting over in that program more? Bray
Finn
or
Balor. Finn Balor.
Balor's got to win.
Bray?
Balor, if Balor has to win.
With the crowd? No way.
To you, the crowd doesn't matter.
Whoa. Wait.
I'm not telling you what they're going to do.
Wait, I misunderstood.
In your mind, the crowd doesn't matter.
I misunderstood the question.
You're right. The crowd doesn't matter because they're going to put Finn over, but they're going to cheer for Bray.
Yes, that's what's going to happen. Yes.
So you think the crowd's really going to...
So let me ask you a question. If you really wanted to turn Reigns heel right now, wouldn't it be, I don't know, obvious to put him in a program with Bray Wyatt and let Bray Wyatt be the face?
You've seen it before. Not in that kind of situation, but you've seen Bray Wyatt and Roman before.
Bray Wyatt and Roman.
You've seen it before.
Right now, you don't think you could turn Roman heel and have him versus Bray as a face right now?
Right now, if they went that way, fuck yeah, you could.
No, because listen, you just set the scenario to play out the way you don't want it to play out. Because what they're going to do is they're going to put Finn over Bray, and everybody's going to cheer for Bray because they all know who Bray is way more than they know who the fuck Finn is.
That's
and
my point.
They view him as a better man in stature than they do Balor.
What
obviously.
if they have?
So you're going to do all that, and where are Strowman and Roman going? They're going right towards Lesnar, the two of them.
Yeah.
Because they teased that Lesnar shit tonight, and as soon as they brought the Miz out, you were like, oh.
Well, here's my thing. If they had not had Bray come out there tonight and do what he did, and if they had not had Samoa Joe come out and do what he did to Rollins, and if they still would have had Miz win the fucking match tonight, you're sitting there left wondering, what would everybody be wondering? Okay, so Miz won, but what the fuck did they do with Balor and Rollins? Tonight they told you what they're doing, and it was smart of them to do it.
They're going to keep Roman and Strowman, and they're going to job somebody to fucking Lesnar. And maybe you'll get a one-on-one at SummerSlam, but you'll probably get a three-way match.
Who do you think the thing is that's another thing that killed me. They did not, the big news today across the dirt shits was.
No, you know what they should do? They should sell the fucking Roman injuries till fucking SummerSlam and have Strowman win that fucking title from Lesnar.
Here's what I
and have Reigns win it at fucking SummerSlam.
Here's what I didn't get
tonight. And you don't see him until then. He's gone.
This is where they made their mistake.
Weeks ago.
This is where they made
a
mistake.
You booked it perfectly weeks ago, Joe. He's gone. You don't see him till SummerSlam.
Here's where they made their mistake tonight, I think. Here's where they made their mistake tonight. The promo started tonight with Rollins in the ring doing that stupid-ass promo, okay?
Terrible.
And then, it was. And then he goes, I want the Beast. Crowd pops big time. Yes. We want to see that match.
I love how he goes, I went to Suplex City. Yeah, the match they fucking started and then stopped after 10 minutes to get the Undertaker over. Okay.
Dude, let me finish the point, please. God damn. So they did that, okay? And then Balor comes out, and you're like, oh, shit. Balor wants his belt back, okay? And then, where I think the mistake was, they should have never had him call out the Beast. They should have never mentioned the world fucking title tonight. Because what did they do?
No, the Universal title.
Or the Universal title, whatever it is.
I agree.
But what did they do? They had Miz come out and immediately take your attention off the World Championship and put it on that secondary title, the Intercontinental Championship.
I thought Ambrose come out too.
Ambrose came out too, and then they had the deal.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was fucking stupid.
That kind of had me thrown off. But by the end of the night, they had redeemed themselves. By the end of the night, it all kind of made sense. We know now. Michael Cole says that Roman and Strowman are fucking gonna go at it again. We haven't seen the last of these two. We got a clear title, for Balor, Rollins, Miz, and Ambrose, Joe, and Wyatt. We all got clear paths for them. Matches that I don't mind seeing, to be honest with you.
Why not leave Lesnar out of it? Get the same match together for the IC title like they did with the US title on fucking SmackDown. Why not do that? Why not say, considering the injuries that Roman Reigns already suffered, then the injuries he suffered at the end of the pay-per-view, he's going to be out for an indefinite amount of time, and book Strowman versus Brock.
That's what they should have done. But no, he's got to sell the Wile E. Coyote bit on Raw Talk. So he's got to have a torn rotator cuff because of some crashing through boxes. We went to Home Depot and paid good money for those boxes. They're fucking made of concrete. That's their mentality. Am I saying it's right? No. Should it have happened the way you have? Yeah. The middle of Rollins coming out there and cutting that promo, you should have heard.
Yeah, but
we have our
Joe,
ups, we have our
point
downs.
behind
awesome.
my point behind all this is Roman Reigns, not only the character, but the fucking guy gets blamed for this. He's the guy who gets blamed for this. Yet when he performs on pay-per-views, when he performs on pay-per-views, you could go down the list. He's had some pretty damn good performances, but a guy like you will say he sucks. He shouldn't be pushed. He's terrible. But he has all these great performances, but we're going to throw that to the side because of the way he's booked by the company who isn't booking him properly. It's his fault. It's the character's fault. It's the guy's fault.
I'll agree with you on that. His work last night was good. It's probably the best match you ever
after
heard.
Every pay-per-view, and then as soon as you get into this, he's being shoved down my throat again. He sucks. Oh, he can't hold the match.
Hold on.
He can only hold a match with AJ Styles.
I'm not saying that now. I'm not saying that now.
I hear that all the time, though, Joe.
But you're not hearing it from me now.
Today.
For once, they've
actually. I did.
Hold on. For once, they've actually fucking booked him right. They've shown a little bit of humility with the motherfucker and have stopped the Superman shit.
They won't go. Here's the problem. They won't go all the way with it like we know they should.
If this was a year ago, he would have came out there with tape and the tape wouldn't have fucking mattered. He would have ripped the tape off Superman 1, 2, 3.
Right. So they're going in the right direction. They won't go all the way. We agree on that.
Maybe they will go all the way with it.
Maybe they will. We'll have to wait and see. Listen, I'm on board with Reigns being, but here's the thing.
The only problem I had with the match last night was the fucking Wile E. Coyote thing.
Here's what they need to do. They need to show him in the fucking gym pumping iron, maybe cut a fucking scene with him and The Rock fucking working out together, motivational scene, maybe him at the fucking performance center, getting himself back into shape, blah, 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 while Strowman is tearing through the roster, tearing through Brock Lesnar, tearing through everybody, and then book the two of them together at SummerSlam where he's, like you said, he's showing humility. He has to work to get back where he is. And listen, we all know in this climate, 16,000, probably 5,000 are still going to boo him. You got to live with that. But that's the story they should be telling.
I think what they should be doing is, okay, Roman's off TV. You're right. He should be fucking gone.
But he shouldn't be wrestling. He shouldn't be cutting promos.
He should not be at the building at all.
I have a major story hole
2 minutes. 2 minutes of him.
It doesn't matter.
Some weights.
It shouldn't matter. I mean? It shouldn't matter because this thing should. Why on earth would Braun Strowman tell Kurt Angle he's not done with Roman? Why? After last night, why?
Because
the guy has been bitching.
Half-ass shit.
The guy has been bitching for 6 months that there's no There's nobody to wrestle. There's no one for him to go up against. So they put him up against the big dog who just beat the Undertaker, and he beat him. And not only did he beat him down.
And he beat him clean.
So what are we talking about here? This is my problem with WWE booking. And everybody gets caught up in what you guys are arguing about. Everybody gets caught up in it. But they miss the point of it doesn't even matter because it shouldn't matter to Braun Strowman at this point.
So your point is last night should have been the end of Roman and Strowman.
No, I agree with you. My point being is Strowman's moved on. Strowman's on to Brock Lesnar. Strowman's on to the Universal title. Strowman's on to running through the roster. Roman Reigns is training. He's coming back. And he's gonna come back to Braun Strowman when he's 100% ready, right before SummerSlam or whatever. That's the story that I think they should tell.
I think they should have told that story, but it's too late now. They're in a corner because Braun's character, the only thing he can do now is go to Brock. The only thing he should do is go to Brock.
That and still sell this story though. They need to get there quick though.
That's a tough sell for me.
That Roman Reigns can't wrestle because of his injuries?
No. That Braun Strowman would even give a shit about Roman or the rest of the roster because he's been tearing through it all, and he just tore.
I agree with you. He moves on to Brock right now.
Right? Yes.
But here's the thing: once he beats Brock, and they get the rematch, they have 2 or 3 good matches, maybe. Then where do you go? Because it's still too early to bring back Roman.
No, he wins the title, and then whoever tries to challenge him after, he runs through him.
But my point is, how do you finally take the title off?
Why can't they reverse this whole title thing? Like, hear me out for a second. He moves on from Roman onto Lesnar. I want the Universal title. Strowman wins the Universal title. Strowman does a John Cena. Open challenge. Every fucking Raw, every fucking pay-per-view. Come get it. Smashes these motherfuckers down. Meanwhile, you show a 2-minute vignette of Roman Reigns pumping iron, training with The Rock, motivational, the whole deal. 2 weeks before fucking SummerSlam, who's going to be Braun Strowman's opponent at SummerSlam? Boom. Roman Reigns.
I don't disagree.
I'm not saying it gets over with everybody.
I don't disagree.
Just that's the story they should be telling.
I absolutely 100% agree. But we all know we talk about this shit. We all know we talk about this shit until January rolls around and McMahon decides Braun isn't big enough to main event. We need to bring back fill in the blank.
Talking SummerSlam right now, though.
But I don't know if they're even big enough to sell it.
My whole problem with this thing is if Roman wins the belt, we've already know that he could beat Roman Reigns, and he's going to tear up half the roster. You got to bring in somebody to fucking come in that's believable to take the title off of him eventually. I'm not saying it has to be right away. I'm not saying it has to be even a year.
Take the title off who?
Strowman.
Why not Reigns?
The way he throws
Reigns is the guy.
Reigns
he's already beaten Reigns.
No. Listen. Listen to my scenario. He's already beaten Reigns, right? It's a redemption angle. He's beaten Reigns. He's beaten him down. We've seen it. He flipped his ambulance. He dropped him on a fucking stairs. Hold on, let me finish. He's bleeding out of his mouth last night and the whole thing and blah, blah, blah and all that. Roman Reigns goes away. He's not on TV. He's not cutting promos. He's not looking at matches. Strowman comes out next week, cuts a promo. I'm going after Brock Lesnar. I want the fucking Universal title. That's what I'm going after.
You think they're going to put him over Brock?
Hold on. Meanwhile,
do you think they're going to put him over Brock?
They should. I don't know if they would. Storyline, they should, but let's face it. Brock Lesnar is money for him.
Dude, I know. And let me tell you something. If he goes up against Brock and loses, none of this matters.
Right.
You're right. That's it.
I'm giving you a scenario where he beats Brock.
Yeah, I get your scenario.
And
I agree with your
Joe
scenario.
doesn't understand what I'm saying. You're getting
the redemption angle, but here's the gimmick. The whole point of Payback was for him to come out and get payback against Roman Reigns tipping the fucking ambulance over, and he lost. The redemption angle's already done. It's blown.
It's not, though. Come on, dude. Suspend your disbelief, like you're always telling
So,
me.
but what you're trying to say is the angle that you're proposing.
Wait.
They should be
Braun
in the middle of that
Strowman,
now.
Hold on. The story they told last night with Braun Strowman won clean, but he beat a beaten down, injured guy who was not 100%.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but he did it, though.
Yeah, but he's still not 100%.
But he did it, though. Braun did that to him.
Okay. So
Right?
he can't come back at SummerSlam at 100% and redeem himself?
See, this is the problem that I have with this freaking show,
fucking
man.
wrestling, dude.
So
Dude,
you're saying the difference in this is that he's not injured, right?
He's not injured.
Okay.
In fucking,
So here's the thing. That should be going on right now
you're telling
instead
me
of them
Roman
fighting
Reigns-
last night.
Hold on. You're saying he should not be injured now?
What I'm saying is the angle you're proposing with the going into the gym and rehabbing and getting we should be in the middle of that now.
Why can't they go to that now, though?
Why?
He
Because
tried
the
it.
bloom is
He
already
tri-
off the
hold
ropes.
Hold on. He tried it at not 100%. Didn't work out. Now I'm going to dig deep. Going back. I'm going to do,
And it makes, you know what it makes Roman Reigns look like? A fucking moron. Because fans are going to go, why didn't you do this the first time, jackass?
Come on.
You're a fucking moron for
overthinking
fighting
it.
injured.
You're overthinking it big time, bro.
You're a
You're
moron for fighting
overthinking
injured.
it. You're overthinking the story.
But the problem is the same crowd that you're hating,
How many
that's
times
how
have
they
guys come
think.
back? Watch a movie. How many times has the guy come back in a movie? He got his ass kicked, comes back too soon, gets his ass kicked, goes back, works out, gets ready to go.
And I'm
It's the
looking at that
fucking
going,
Karate Kid.
and I'm looking at that going, why didn't you fucking go to
But that's
Miyagi
around,
already?
taking a ride. It's the Karate Kid. How many times did the Karate Kid get his ass kicked before he won?
That was different
Yeah,
because Miyagi came in and saved his ass. So you're saying Roman Reigns needs a Miyagi.
So
But dude, here's the
Rock
problem, though.
is Miyagi.
And that
Here's
didn't
the
work
problem,
because
though.
they
Johnny-
booed that.
Johnny beat Daniel last night. That's the problem.
Come on, dude. You guys are overthinking it.
He already
No,
swept
dude,
the
dude.
leg.
The problem is
His arm is taped up.
Brock.
His arms are taped up.
Brock Lesnar is the problem.
Not if Braun Strowman beats him.
Braun Strowman needs to beat him now.
Okay, so the next fucking Raw pay-per-view, Braun Strowman wins the title. You got 4
They're
months.
not going there though, man.
But they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it.
They were. I'm just saying
know.
it's a good story.
I'm telling you where they're
I'm not
going
saying
next
they're going
month.
to do this.
Next month. Here it
But
is now.
here's the thing.
2
Here's
weeks.
the-
2
We're
weeks.
saying we're not going to do it, but we also said a week ago the right thing to do would have Roman Reigns come out all fucked up, make some moves in the match, lose the match because he's all fucked up, and they did that. So there is a possibility it could happen. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
But what I know what they're going to do. We all know what they're going to do. The next pay-per-view, Reigns is going to win, and all you motherfuckers are going to cry about it. And it's going to be stupid fucking booking, and it's going to be all Roman Reigns' fault.
50-50.
When all they got to do is make him go away till fucking SummerSlam, let Braun Strowman win the fucking title, run through everybody, do 2-minute vignettes of Roman Reigns getting back to 100%.
The problem
I'm
with that
telling
is the match
Open
is not. The
challenge
match with
every
Strowman's not.
fucking Raw.
the-
Dude, have Braun Strowman defend that title on every Raw, like they did with Cena with the U.S. title. Come on, who got me tonight? Bam, 2-minute, I fucked them up.
The problem with this
Pay-per-view
is
doing
that
on every-
the match with whoever gets the title shot against Brock, it's happening in July. A month before fucking, or is it June or July that they're having this Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view? I can't say it without laughing. Fucking, it's happening, I think, 1 or 2 months before SummerSlam. So that tells me right there that
Why can't they build Roman or Strowman and Brock right now?
because Brock has a limited number of dates and they've already booked him for that Great Balls of Fire shit to sell that.
Okay, so Paul Heyman can't come out and book a fucking program with Strowman like he's done 100 times already.
Because it uses up his dates. It uses up Brock's limited dates.
Paul Heyman comes out with Strowman and builds the fucking feud.
Because to me, it wasn't over with Reigns when he did it, or when he fucking did it against fucking with Goldberg. Paul Heyman's promos are wearing thin.
Where's Ventura?
How many times can he come out and say the same fucking thing?
Where's Ventura?
I say is right.
Get him in here. Get Ventura on here.
What is he going to say that's different about Brock Lesnar now that he didn't say during the
Goldberg
Goldberg
on
thing?
every scenario. Every scenario is wrong.
I want to hear Ventura's take on all this.
He wants Ventura to call in. Well, he said he made a couple comments here in the chat room.
What's he going to say that's different? I gave you the fucking best scenario, and it can't happen.
I'm giving you reasons why they're not going to do it. I'm not disagreeing that the scenario is good. It is good. But I'm telling you now, they're not going to do it because they don't want to waste those precious Brock Lesnar dates that they have a contract for.
The point is they don't have to, though.
But instead,
I think it's time to get rid of him. I think it's time to ditch Brock.
It's time to do that.
Easily do it by booking the fucking Strowman feud where he keeps running through the roster like he's already doing. Roman's gone. Blah blah blah.
What if you bring up a good point here with Heyman? Let's say he comes out and cuts the same boring. To me, they're boring by now. I'm a Paul Heyman guy. I have a T-shirt that says it. I like Paul Heyman, but you gotta admit, what can he come out and say about Brock Lesnar that hasn't already been said by Paul Heyman himself?
Just why he should have had a fucking stable a long time ago.
So,
I'm with you.
What if?
Well, I think we should blame that on Roman Reigns too.
No, it's not Roman's fault. That's Paul Heyman's fault.
Everything. Hold on, everything's Roman.
What if they do that, and in July, they finally do what I think everybody's been predicting for months or for years?
Why?
What if Paul Heyman turns against Lesnar and becomes?
There's got to be a Raw pay-per-view before July.
There's Extreme Rules that's happening but the thing is though that cancels out your bit about
Rules is a SmackDown pay-per-view. You still have Money in the Bank. You have fucking Great Balls of Fire.
Money
you have
in the Bank.
Battleground.
Hold on, let me finish. Money in the Bank is a SmackDown pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view is Backlash.
Okay, so,
then it goes to Extreme Rules for Raw. Then it goes to Money in the Bank for SmackDown. Great Balls of Fire for Raw. That's the thing. I can't say without laughing either, but that's the way they're going. That's how it is.
Telling me they're doing another Raw pay-per-view without the champion before that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to headline
let's blame that on Roman Reigns.
It's not Roman's fault. I didn't say dick about Roman
Come on,
Reigns.
everything's his fault. What do you mean?
But here it is. I'll call in if Edwards wants. Yes, call in. Call in. But my thing is, here's my thing about this. Roman's got multiple injuries. He's re-injured himself plus some. Strowman's got a torn rotator cuff and the Wile E. Coyote bit in the back. But here it is, in 3-4 weeks, they're going to come right back, and they're probably going to book a fucking ambulance match next month. What you want to bet?
I'm looking at it right now. So Backlash is May 21st. It's a SmackDown pay-per-view.
Call in Ventura.
Extreme Rules is Raw on June 1st. Money in the Bank, like you said, is a SmackDown pay-per-view on June 18th. And like you said, Great Balls of Fire is a Raw pay-per-view
can't even hear
July 9th. You're right. I know. I hear you, dude. I hear you. I'm not even trying to argue now. Battleground, SmackDown pay-per-view July 23rd. But they're rumoring a Raw pay-per-view on August 6th, which would be 2 weeks before
fucking SummerSlam. And that's a big four. SummerSlam's in Barclays. You know, it's New York for crying out. And here's another thing. Hold on.
They rumor a fucking SmackDown pay-per-view 2 weeks after.
Yeah. Jeff, I got a thing for Jeff here. Jeff, say I'm right. Say I'm right before I even say what I'm getting ready to say. Just say I'm right. You know why they did this injury angle and everything? And you know why Roman's not going to be at Raw next week? Where's Raw next week?
It's in London. It's in there.
There you go. Say I'm right, Edwards. Say
you're
I'm
right, White. You're right.
Thank
you're
you.
Right.
Joe, he hasn't been on Raw in a month.
I said it 2 months ago.
But he hasn't been on Raw in a month.
Doesn't matter. They're keeping him off that. Here's the thing, though. They found an excuse to keep him off TV in the UK, just like I thought they were going to.
Makes sense, though.
It does make sense because they don't want. Dude, you think Roman Reigns in the sensitive universe and the
how
fucking
does it make
smart
sense?
Because
how does it make sense to keep him off Raw and have him get booed on a pay-per-view?
Because Of the location. Here's the
Well,
thing.
the location sucked last night too. Then
It's going to be even worse in the UK. Is the
how-
thing I'm
come
trying to
on.
make.
If you get booed, how worse can it be? How much worse can it
Dude,
be?
you're going to a WrestleMania style crowd next week.
I don't think it's going to be worse, but it's going to be as bad.
That's the problem I have with them going to the UK so close to WrestleMania. That's the problem I have with
All
UK
right, so here's what you
fans
do.
coming
Fire
over here
Roman
for
Reigns.
Mania.
Here's what you got to do then. Fire him and never see from him again.
No, you just got to keep him off TV till they get back in the
No,
States and go to
just
Paducah.
get rid of him. No, get rid of him. Just get rid of him. He's gone. Gone.
Honestly,
I don't want to see him anymore.
it probably wouldn't hurt. But
You think it would help? It would help. It would help the garbage we just watched 4 weeks in a row. Getting rid of Roman Reigns.
Come on, Joe. Even Joe, you have to admit that if you
Raw
lose
is
Roman Reigns, there's no
Raw
stars.
is fucking awful.
There's no star power on
there,
that show,
you're
man.
right. There isn't.
Terrible.
But then that was what I was going to ask you: is if they finally do take him off, what the fuck are they going to do without him? You're right. But that sensitive universe crowd. And I'm just telling you the way they're thinking. They don't want to see
you know
him
what
at
they're gonna
all.
boo? They're gonna boo Braun Strowman. They're gonna boo Finn Balor.
And they're gonna boo AJ.
They're gonna boo fucking.
They'll boo everybody but
boo
AJ and Cena.
fucking Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Is Robert on?
Robert, you there?
Yeah, I'm on. What's up, guys?
Oh, Robert, my main question for you. This is why I called you on.
We
here.
just hit the 3-hour mark, by the way.
Yes. Out of everything that you heard tonight, Robert, what's your biggest takeaway from tonight's show, and what do you think about it?
Trevor Lee's the man.
Uh,
Anyway.
Well, besides that, honestly, the biggest takeaway,
Right.
is CWF. I actually was kind of surprised that you guys actually gave a positive response to the match. I was half expecting you guys to shit all over it, and you guys surprised me tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Why, am I that bad?
Ventura actually messages me and goes, "You know they're going to come at you 2-on-1 with that. Are you sure you don't want me
We really
on?"
didn't, though.
And you didn't, and I'm proud of you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you guys did it. I was
Actually,
surprised.
I honestly feel like the three of us agreed on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, you did. You
I'll
guys
be
did.
honest.
Got to the big dog.
I'm glad. Well, look, I'm glad you guys gave me so much on that CWF thing because now I was writing down what you guys were saying, and I'm gonna ask those questions to Grant Sawyer tomorrow
Grant
night.
Sawyer.
Yeah.
What about Chip Day too?
I'll ask him to chip. I don't know if I feel too comfortable asking one of the workers in the match. Were you
don't ask him
tired?
about
Were
the
you
crying.
blown?
He might hang up.
I don't feel comfortable asking a fucking wrestler, "Were you blown up?" No, that's not
The
gonna
thing with the
happen.
crying,
Wait,
though,
wait,
is
wait,
he's
wait,
saying
wait.
that like
Wait,
it was
wait,
like the
wait.
worst thing.
None of us
Life.
use the word
And I thought,
blown up.
honestly,
You
that for me-
hinted at it though. Were you tired? Same difference.
Right. Don't ask any of those questions and never use the word blown up.
Yeah.
That's like a disrespectful thing to
Well,
say.
tired.
Oh, yeah, don't say
tired
blown
is
up.
just tired is just as worse.
I never even said the word because it's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Asking "Were you tired?" though, it's the same thing. Come on.
Listen, I drank a lot of fucking tequila tonight, and I still never used the word blown up. Okay.
White. This is what you say. You say, how do you keep up with a Trevor Lee? How do you do it?
That's a
man?
good idea. Thank you, Edward.
And that's
how
the
you
thing
do it.
with Trevor Lee.
One
The
of
guys
these
got
days,
off
these guys will come to the
dumb
Northeast and learn how to
Yep.
keep up for the whole match.
Oh, fuck the Northeast.
Northeast.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so
rules.
sick of hearing
Joe,
you gotta
Joe,
go to New
Joe,
York if you want to make
Joe,
it in the business.
Joe, if you came up here and watched wrestling matches in Connecticut, New York, Philly, Boston, Massachusetts, your cock would get hard.
Jesus.
Not harder than
No
it gets
idea.
to Trevor Lee.
It might.
You're the best. All right.
I'm still waiting for TK to
I
wake
thought
up.
that was hilarious too. That Kane wrote
It's
back real quick,
2:13 in the
but
morning. He doesn't
TK
care about.
didn't.
No.
It's 2:13 in
TK's
the morning. He doesn't care
listen,
about his shitty Twitter
Listen,
war.
when you're a premier athlete like TK O'Ryan, you need your rest.
My
That's true. That's true.
getting back to Raw though, I just think that they gave us clear direction for the first time in
White,
a
real
long
quick.
time
White.
as to where they're going, and I like
Right,
where they're
real
going
quick.
with everything.
Real quick.
Even with Roman.
White, real quick. Question for Robert. What is your stance on Roman Reigns? Do they turn him heel? Does the crowd annoy you? Do you agree with the crowd? What do you make of the whole Roman Reigns scenario?
Oh man, I'm kind of split with Reigns. Like honestly, like to me, I think the crowd is sort of a big problem for sure, because I even said it in the chat. I said a lot of the fans right now are these millennials that pretty much shit on everything if they don't get what they want. And I'll admit that's a big problem. But it's Vince McMahon. He's not going to listen to the fans. He's going to do what he wants because he's making money. That's the main thing. He is making money. He doesn't have to change Roman Reigns heel.
5 years ago, people were like, "Why don't they listen to the fans? Give us what they want. Why don't they listen to the fans? Give us what they want." Now people are bitching about the fans bitching about what they want. You know?
Well, they did. They did give you what you wanted.
He lost last night, right?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
He gave them what they wanted last night.
Okay. And it still wasn't.
That was something I said about last night.
They gave you what you wanted at WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
Daniel fucking Bryan. They gave you what you wanted. What's the problem, dude? Like,
oh shit, Jason.
Listen, the fans are the problem.
Jason.
That was the thing with last night too. It's like they actually gave the fans what they want. I said
still cried about it.
We have a.
You know what they should have done? They should have stuck it up their ass. And when Reigns speared Strowman, he should have fucking pinned him.
Jason Weissman, I hope I'm saying your name right, in our chat room goes, Trevor is better than Balor.
Thank you.
There you go.
That's a smart wrestling fan right there.
Jason Weissman, please be sure to like and subscribe.
Another guy.
I was looking at him on too. Why not?
Just for those of you who are enjoying this, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
You know who Fergal Devitt is.
Here's my thing: if he would have came out as Fergal Devitt, people would have shat all over that name.
I agree. I'm fucking breaking the guy's balls. Give me one.
Again, please, if you like our content tonight,
I'm the fucking 1650 PWAM ball breaker.
Anyway, let me put over the network here. 1650 PWAM, that's right, pro wrestling and more. If you like what you're hearing right now, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Once you hit the subscribe button, you're going to see a little bell icon. Looks like a little bell. That's the notifications. Be sure to turn those on, and you'll get notified whenever we post a video, especially when we go live. Grant Sawyer, technical director of CWF Mid-Atlantic, is joining us live tomorrow night. Thursday at 6 p.m. Yeah. Thursday at 6 p.m. right now, tentatively. Chip Effin Day, the Kennesaw Kick Machine, Kick Jagger himself will be on with us.
Let's give him a round. Come on, guys.
That's genuine. That's not breaking
great
balls.
Match. That's a great match. Seriously.
Excellent match. Excellent match.
It was an incredible match. Let's be honest.
No bullshit. Incredible match.
Worthy of 6 stars?
No.
I don't think Okada and Omega's worth 6. So
he lost a star for crying.
Oh shit. Anyway.
Oh come on, really?
That was a natural guttural reaction.
He's busting balls. Come on, guys. Come
on. When you saw him cry, did you really think I was not going to bring that up? I was actually saving it, and you brought it up before I could. I was like, me and White are going to start fighting, and I'm going to bring up the fact that this motherfucker cried in his match. White was like, I know after the match, and I'm like,
when Daniel LaRusso beat Johnny and proved he was the best around, didn't he cry too? He's a couple
pussy
tears.
Too, and he cheated.
He won.
He cheated.
He won.
Hey, listen, I'll get Pat Crowley on here right now and break it down for you, brother.
Pat. Broke it down.
Hey,
hey, listen, I've always
Stu
been
Hart
the neutral guy in that argument. I've always been the neutral guy.
Yes, you have.
I get shit stirred up on that.
I'll get Stu Hart on here in a minute.
We heard enough of
Stu Hart voice.
Are those Hart guys still alive?
Wait, you want to talk about annoying? That's one way to get subscribers. Jesus, doing Stu White for an hour.
I think it's Stu White. It's Stu White. Thank you, Jeff. Stu White's going to come on.
Right.
I think you're all a bunch of Melvin Dassies.
It's actually not that bad, but
I like Stu.
Little doses.
I like the Stu voice. Anyway.
Little doses.
Yeah.
At least the thing with the CWF match, though.
Condescending as.
All right, this is spinning off the rails here.
Should we call Ferrara?
No.
Let's do it. Let's just get him on.
No way.
Joe White, you motherfucker.
And here's the part where people are.
Here's
the part where people are unclicking the subscribe button.
Is still up there. Please tell me.
It is.
I gotta go back and listen to it.
Here's the
every now
part
and
where
then.
people are.
It is. The guy gets like 0 views.
Here's the
Well,
part
he
where
got a-
people are
he got a
unclicking the
lot
subscribe
plus.
button. Anyway,
Anyway, what else?
I think that wraps it up for us tonight.
Well, hold on, Robert.
Yeah,
Can
what's
I-
up, man?
Can you give me your thoughts on the whole autism fucking scam thing that we talked about earlier?
That honestly fucking pissed me off. I don't tell many people about this, but when I was younger, I was diagnosed with a form of autism. It's called Asperger's syndrome, and I'm a huge supporter of anything that has to do with like autism charities. And the fact that this fucking guy went out and scammed all these people, that fucking pisses me the hell off, man. I shared your post almost instantly when I was
saw
on the
that.
air, and I saw your post. I shared it almost instantly because like that really frustrates the hell out of me that people can go and do that kind of stuff and just screw everybody over.
That's
That's
that
disgusting.
Absolutely, that kind of stuff is not right. Like in any charity, it's not right. So
Exactly.
yeah, I just want to get your take on that because it's bad news all around.
Yeah, it's not good for the wrestling business either because that's going to put a black eye on that promotion now.
No, we'll say it again. You know, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling had the right intentions. Their heart was in the right place. They got taken for a
absolutely.
ride, and they're taking a lot of measures to make it right on their end, which they really did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
but
kudos to them for that.
yeah, I want to put it out there for them because I have friends that worked on the show, and I know those guys a little bit. And listen, wrestling business, the drama in the back room, blah blah blah. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we get
This
on
is
here,
something
and,
different.
you know,
This is something different.
the fucking crowd, the
That's
sensitive
it's pretty
universe is
ridiculous.
one thing, but when you fucking start scamming charities, I don't care if it's breast cancer, autism, my swollen left toe surgery, I don't fucking care. You fucking give the money where the money's supposed to go. You don't do that
Right.
shit.
And listen, like everybody's affected. The dollars the fan puts in, the cut the worker puts in, whatever the case may be. You know, there might be a guy that normally gets 20 for his T-shirt,
I mean,
and says every extra, you know, I'm only going to take 15 on my T-shirts and put an extra 5 in. You know, he puts the extra 5 in, and this dude fucking pockets the money. It's not right.
I mean, I'll put it to you this
Yeah,
way.
I hope they catch the guy. Honestly,
I
I think the best thing for us to do right now is to keep sharing this and spread the
Yes.
news around to get
Absolutely.
word out on this guy.
I don't care
Yep,
if
absolutely.
I don't care if it's a Melvin Dassey fundraiser. The money better damn well go to Melvin Dassey if at the end of the night.
That's right.
Right.
Exactly.
And with
If you expect the money to go a certain place, it's got to go there.
Yeah. Like that Wrestlers Rescue thing that Dawn Marie and everybody was, I think a few years ago they got fucked up. That was another one, you know? But this is so much worse because like I said, this guy's probably going to be, let's see, what is this, Connecticut, right?
Yep.
The dude's probably
Yep.
going to be
And he's going to probably go out west and do it again.
He's going to be
And
on the
that's
West
sad
Coast.
thing
He's
about
going to
it.
be on the West Coast, or he'll find fucking Paducah, Kentucky is next. What you want to bet? Paducah's
Or
next.
North Dakota or
Yep.
fucking Minnesota, or you know,
Yep.
you never know. You never.
And
you
then,
never,
and then
just never
after
know.
the heat dies down in a few years, you'll see his ass in fucking down south trying to do it.
That's why with this tool we have, that social media, we
media.
just got to keep pumping it out there.
This is
and,
where social
you
media
know,
can
the
fucking
wrestling
be
community.
good.
I think that's the
You
best
know,
thing to do.
we can all argue about the ups and downs of the wrestling community, but there is a wrestling community, and in this situation, maybe we could utilize it for something good. You know.
And with that being said, we're gonna go
Yeah,
ahead
you have a
and
good point with that.
we're gonna go ahead and roll our outro music here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our debut here on the new network, 1650 PWAM. On Twitter, at 1650 PWAM. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Turn those notifications on. Share this with all your friends. Tell them to like and subscribe as well. Hashtag Melvin Dassey. And we'll see you guys down the road.
Down the road.
That's right.
The road. The big dog road.
That's right.
The big road.
Big dog, big dog.
There's one thing me and Joe will never agree on, and it's Roman Reigns.
I agree with you to a certain extent. But anyway, good night, everybody.
And we're so far the other side of the spectrum.
I still think they're booing the booking and not the man. Except last night they gave him the book. Here, hold on, let me pause the
They
intro.
booked it properly, but they won't book it properly coming out of it.
Here's the thing. Do you think the next time Roman Reigns shows his face,
No, but
do they still boo him?
Joe? Like we said before, they didn't book it right after the initial beatdown. And then we said, okay, maybe they'll book it right at the pay-per-view. And they did. But like you said, what they did tonight kind of didn't book it right out of last night.
I like what they did.
It's almost
but
like a constant battle.
I'll put it to you this way. I'll put it to you this way. If we don't see Braun Strowman at least 4 weeks before we see Roman Reigns, they fucked it up. Roman Reigns is less injured coming out of this. We should see Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns should get that push, like you said, with Lesnar long before.
Now that you've opened my eyes to how these pay-per-views are,
they don't have enough time. They don't have enough time to do it.
I don't think they're going to do it, dude. Because
they're going to hotshot it.
They're not going to run another Raw pay-per-view without Roman Reigns.
No, they're not.
They're just not going to do it.
They're not. I mean, like I said, they're going to hotshot both of them back. They're both going to come back at quote unquote 100%, and they're going to have a goddamn. Me and Robert sat here last night on the post show saying they're either going to do an ambulance match or they're going to do a fucking stretcher match. My money's on the ambulance match.
I agree.
Because every match has to have a gimmick because it's Extreme Rules.
But
anyway,
once you open my eyes to how these pay-per-views are spread out, I mean, if Brock's not coming back to July,
and it's not Roman's fault,
they got to have somebody for Extreme Rules. Exactly.
And listen, I can't sit here and scream that Roman Reigns is the draw and be like, they're not going to have Roman Reigns on the next pay-per-view when they don't have Brock Lesnar.
Especially when it's that amount of time between.
One or the other, and it's probably going to be Reigns. So
when it's that amount of time between, that's the perfect chance to keep them off fucking TV. Hell, I have no problem with them having a match at the pay-per-view. You talk about not having build. I have no problem with them having a match at Extreme Rules if you keep both of them off TV and fucking have the announcers or someone else sell the shit.
Honestly, I think the SmackDown pay-per-views are going to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
better
so
workers.
Too.
They have the better
roster
story
right now.
They have the better roster. They have the better storylines.
We're still live, by the way. I haven't cut it yet because it's so good. But anyway, folks, we are going to get out of here. We'll see you down the road.